What's up and welcome to Around with the Boys podcast. On this show, we talk about life, sports, business, and all the cool shit in between. I'm your host, James Rackley, and along with me as always is my co-host,
Johnny Dunleavy.
Mr. Johnny Dunleavy. So sit back, relax, crack you a cold one, and enjoy the show.
Yo. Whoopsies.
Hey-o.
Welcome back. Episode 34 is here.
Yep.
We are joined today by young John.
Uh-huh.
First time guest, long time listener.
Oh, yeah.
Man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You know, I survived the birthday weekend,
Yes.
which is always good news.
For those of you that listened to the last episode, the barbecue at the Rackley house was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great time.
Yep.
Be sure to follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all of it. It's Around W the Boys. We're live again on Twitch today. If you're in the chat, hit us with some comments, questions, whatever. We have a stacked docket today.
Yeah.
We have young John here,
Mm-hmm.
who is the son of your dad's business partner.
Yep.
He's been listening since the beginning, I think.
I've been here. I've seen it all.
He's commented. He's responded to questions. We've brought him up before, so he is here today. He's still in college, so we get that perspective, which is cool because I miss it. Wish I could go back.
Yeah, we're a couple years out of that, but
That's all right.
we're gonna relive it here for this segment.
Let's get into it, man. Tell us about yourself.
I'm John. I'm O positive. I'm a Taurus. I'm a hammock weaver. I'm a Tar Heel.
Oh my goodness.
You are a Tar Heel. Your Instagram says you go to Liberty, though.
You know, you got to throw them off the scent. I don't like having a lot about me in writing on the internet. You know.
I've noticed that your Instagram name has changed recently.
Yeah. So
What was the first name?
the first one was Will Udy, because I have a friend from school whose name is Will Udy, and
Mhm.
he's pretty easy. I like to mess with him.
I
but
got you.
He finally, I think, had enough, so I had to
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah.
I was watching that. Have you ever seen Friday?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Classic.
I was like, Big Worm.
Yeah. So now you're Big
Now
Word.
I'm Big Worm. So,
Okay, so he's Big Worm. All right.
yeah.
Yeah. He's Big Word.
I'm Big Worm.
Yeah. So all you routers out there, like when we first got this thing going, John was talking about sports and whatnot, and somebody named Willie whatever messaged him and was talking shit. And I'm at the CB bars, I think that's where I was, and John hits me up. He's like, dude, we got somebody on here talking shit. And I look on
I was
there.
like, who is this motherfucker?
I look on there and I'm like, yo, that's Taft's son. That's young John. And he's like, oh shit. So that was like, man, we got to get him on there because he was just cracking on you in the Instagram DMs. I forget what sport it was. It was about Carolina basketball or something.
When Virginia Tech played Carolina in the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And you guys beat the fucking shit out of us. But that's okay. That is okay. Speaking of Carolina, you like Chapel Hill?
Huge.
Yeah.
I was born and raised.
Did you always want to go to Chapel Hill?
Yeah.
Because your pop went there, right?
Yeah. So, yeah.
So
that
again,
was kind of the only choice, or like Iowa or Liberty or
yeah, because
follow
your
the Grateful
Instagram
Dead.
says Liberty. Again, throwing the
Yeah.
scent.
Yeah. You know, I study Scientology at Liberty.
Oh my god.
That's fucking great.
Oh my. All right. So you are a rising junior.
Mhm.
Yeah. So sophomore year you spent during COVID life.
Yeah.
How'd
I
that
was-
go?
So they sent everybody. UNC like cannot for the life of itself stay out of national news because they were the first college to send everyone back in like August, and so obviously they're the first to send everyone home because after a week, like
I do remember that. Everyone moved in and then they made everyone leave again.
yeah. So I didn't live in the dorm like on campus, so I stayed for the year, and it was shitty. Like it sucked. Like I had fun. I lived with my friends, but like people at Chapel Hill during COVID, it was insanity, absolute insanity.
Man,
Like the
thought
measures.
the sky was falling, huh?
Oh man, I like just like people taking pictures of you if you're not wearing a mask and stuff.
Oh, geez.
yeah. One time I went outside like late at night to piss outside. There's some music playing from inside
College.
the house I'm living in, and I see through the bushes, the hedges. Like it's probably like 11:30 at night. I see like a flashlight from a phone deep, and I'm like, what exactly is going on?
Fucking
So
peeping
so
Tom.
people were, they're like, yeah, I got you on video. Yeah, I'm forwarding this video to the school. I know what you're doing. And I was like, doing what? She's like, you're having a gathering, mass gathering, super spreader event.
Fucking
You're not wearing a
Karen,
mask.
bro.
And I was like, I'm if anything, they're just gonna see a dude pissing outside Like, you'd be like, damn.
Yeah, look at that. That's
Jealous.
Yeah.
And because after we beat Duke twice. You know, we're gonna do it again next year.
Ooh.
No problem. Anyway, after we beat Duke, everyone stormed Franklin Street. For legal purposes, I was not there. It was insanity. People, I did not know that many people even were living in Chapel Hill. They all,
Yeah.
right there
I
on the
remember seeing that
corner.
on TV, yeah.
And so
Didn't
the town of Chapel Hill collectively lost it. They were like, this is just what the... And so the second semester when we were there, we had to get tested twice a week.
Oh, God.
Tested for COVID twice a week.
wow.
Like the rapid test or the one that goes all the way?
A rapid test. You didn't stick it up your nose.
Yeah, because I
And-
did the rapid, and that was just a little, scrubbing the toilet type
Yeah.
deal.
I mean, towards the end, no one really, people would be just taking the Q-tip, just
well, dude, it's got to get annoying.
oh,
Dude.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people, I remember towards the end of the year, some of my friends would be like, hey, when's the last time y'all got tested? And be like, March. Or
Yeah.
One of my friends just goes,
Yeah.
I never did. I just told him I lived at home.
Dude, heard that. Hey, you do what you got to do. And I mean, what do you expect from college kids?
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
So you follow the sports then, I guess.
Mhm.
Pretty hard, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite basketball?
Yeah, but obviously freshman year it was a very tough year to be a UNC basketball fan.
Yeah, that was rough.
There was no tournament, so technically we didn't not make the tournament.
Oh my god.
We did the one thing that happened though.
This guy.
The one thing that did happen though that really let me down was we lost to Clemson in the Dean Dome, which sucked. That they never beat us there before. It was one of the great streaks, and so I got to be there for that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were at that game?
No,
Oh, okay.
but I was
Okay.
watching it there, and that sucked. And then
Have you been to a game yet?
yeah, been a few.
Which one? Or did you go a hyped one, or are you going to see Gardner Webb? Because that's when I went to Gardner Webb, we played them, and I got to go to the Dean Dome and see them beat the shit out of us by 50.
So actually, I went to the UNCW game here
Okay.
when they played here, and then I went and saw Ohio State and we lost to them. Saw a bunch. I went to my freshman year. I went to pretty much every football game because I
Gotcha.
got student tickets.
Do you guys stand up yet and cheer?
What do you mean?
Okay, so I went with Virginia Tech my freshman year, played at UNC. Yeah, go ahead. We went down there. Chase got us tickets, me, Kyle, and Ed, and we sat with the UNC section.
Mhm.
We were the only 3 people who stood during the game and cheered.
Well,
Everyone just sits.
He's
Look,
calling your the
fan
old
base
joke is
is soft.
y'all got sweater
Dude,
vests on.
when was that? The Bush administration?
Oh my god!
Hey,
Times have changed. man.
touche! I love it. I love it.
It's electric at Keenan. But that's everyone loves. You can't even sell out Keenan. And yeah, no, and it is a very wine and cheese crowd. Definitely at the sporting events.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. Chicks in $300 sundresses. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I mean,
It didn't seem like a football game.
yeah, I don't know what you want me to tell you. You think it's not yeah, girls are not shotgunning beers in the parking lot or anything
It's
like
not
that.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, it's a very nose up. Girls in Chapel Hill are very, I don't know the word to say here without being uncouth. So I won't-
That word itself was
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
That is an impressive word.
Dude, so what's your favorite, I guess, aspect of being in Tar Heel?
winning.
Woo!
Oh, shit.
I mean, he stays with the Heat, man. His fans might be lame, but
Yo, so if Roy's leaving, what do you think?
I mean, he said it I'm not the man for the job anymore. I feel like that every day when I walk into work. So I understand that feeling, Roy, and
yeah,
it's his duty to do the best job possible. Hubert Davis is the truth, and I do love Coach K coming out months later, and then he's milking it. That just shows the difference. Roy, April Fool's Day says, I'm retiring quietly, off into the distance. Coach K, that is going to be the all-you-can-suck fuck buffet for Coach K's. He's going to come. You're going to kiss his feet at your home when Coach K comes to your your court.
Yeah,
I hope,
I'm sure he's gonna get presented with all sorts of shit before every game and all that shit.
It's like a farewell tour of farewell tours.
I hope Captain DW is listening.
He's probably so pissed right now. I'm surprised I ain't in the chat yet.
Dude, but I did. I mean, I hear what you're saying though, but I did want Roy to come back for just that one more year with fans in the stands. You had to give him a proper salute, because he deserves a salute.
Yeah, I mean, he went out quietly.
He did, man.
Got to respect his class move. He's pure class. That's all there is to it.
That's
Like,
all there is to
what
it,
would
bro.
what would Dean have done?
Man, I don't know.
Definitely not a farewell tour.
Is Roy moving down here?
I don't know. He's got a beard now though. He's playing a lot of golf.
Does it really?
Well, I know he's got a house down
yeah,
here.
he's good at golf.
I mean, I don't know. He's got so much money. Like
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like, where does Roy want to live today? Type deal, you know?
somewhere in North Carolina. I mean, he's from like Marion, which is like
Oh yeah, I know.
like Western.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Do you think he left because he knew, like, I don't know. I feel like the whole cheating scandals in the NCAA. Now, look, everyone's guilty of it, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just-
completely.
It's just who got caught and who doesn't, right?
yeah.
But like, do you think there's something down the pipeline?
No.
No?
No. I mean, so everyone remembers the Carolina cheating scandal. Like
Mhm.
it was the
The
paper,
tutors
the
taking
paper
it-
classes, and it was the African like research department, AAAD. I don't know what it's fully called. Like, but now that's one of the hardest departments in the school because like that they just blew the roof off of it, and like the paper classes, and that was the department people would be majoring in. So like Swahili was the language, and like they would just your whole class would be like writing a paper, and it'd be like 2 sentences long. So I don't think anything's down the pipeline for Roy. I hope not.
Yeah.
You think he wouldn't do the announcing thing, would he?
What do you mean?
Like
Commentator?
commentator, yeah.
No.
Oh no,
Too good
nobody
for
wants
that.
to hear Roy say "daggum." Like,
Daggone.
yeah, he's not a journalist.
The college dating scene.
I mean,
You guys have all these apps and shit now.
yeah.
Is that how like everyone operates, or like do you guys still like go out and
Like mingle.
socialize?
Yeah, people. I mean, Chapel Hill's like small. Yeah, really kind of know a lot of people. Like, you just go out and meet people. I don't. The only people I know that like are on like Tinder or Bumble or things like that are like kind of greasy.
Just true scumbags.
You need to be a little like. I feel like it's just out of like where I'm like my age group because like I'm 20, so not a lot of people like that. I mean, down here a little bit more.
Mhm.
I'm not on it, but like I know Bumble, they aggressively campaigned like in Chapel Hill. Like there's
Really?
Bumble stickers everywhere. They give out free like fake the Pit Viper glasses that say like Bumble on them and shirts and stuff. And down here, like 2 summers ago, there would be like Bumble bar tabs at like the Palm Room, and you could go and they would just pay for drinks and stuff and be like, use Bumble. And I guess it worked because like it's pretty huge now.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I,
So it's a
I didn't-
woman-run company.
well, I didn't know they were like going to colleges and fucking.
So the girl, the CEO, I don't know if this is entirely right, but I think had a relationship with the guy who is an executive for Tinder.
oh,
And so she got the idea to do it, but that you couldn't message until the girl connected with you.
yeah.
Or you couldn't send the
Is that
person.
how it is?
That's the
Yeah,
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, they
So,
have to reach out to you.
Yeah, they have to reach out to you first. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The girl has to initiate the messages.
Oh.
So now they IPO'd and she is a gazillionaire, so it's working.
Yeah, good for them.
But I mean,
But it's just to me that it's just kind of wild that they're like doing that on campus when it's like colleges for
we had
me-
flip phones. That's
yeah.
not-
Well, what
like,
I'm saying is like, dude, we were just going to the parties and like that's where you and then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, the fake IDs to the bars. That's where you communicate. Like,
Yeah. That's
but now they're like trying to get you to stay in the house and come out when you get a Bumble message. I don't know.
yeah.
I just felt kind of weird
Yeah.
why they would be campaigning that shit.
I mean, I think. Yeah, actually.
Well, so this is kind of a curious question. What's y'all's go-to like beers up there?
It's a lot, definitely a lot of Busch Light representation on a Natty Light. Those are the main two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keystone,
Y'all
You-
Keystone?
you see it around. It's I think the can is ugly. I think it tastes like aluminum. Like you can really.
Yeah.
So I heard a funny story about Keystone. It's owned by Coors,
Mhm.
and apparently Keystone Light is just defective Coors Light.
It's sort of like they say. What I used to work the cigarette counter at the Stevens Hardware, and like the Marlboro, the special blend is just the shit that they scoop up off the floor, just a mix of all of them. And judging by the clientele that would buy them, like side tangent, working the cigarette counter at that hardware store was like some of the best people watching I think I ever got in my life.
Wait, Steven, like
Stevens Hardware downtown on Dawson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The big one. Yep. Okay, on the
Mhm.
corner.
So I worked there.
So you're just slinging cigs.
Well, no, I did everything, man.
Okay,
I
okay.
wasted a ton of time.
I didn't know they sold cigarettes there.
They did. They just stopped like last year. So, but there was a cigarette counter because I mean, like and it was
Yeah.
so across. This is a good story. Side tangent. I worked across from Checkers. If you've ever been at Checkers,
Hell yeah.
Yes.
you know about Checkers. So I had these coupons. I went in the break room one day and I made these fake ass coupons. I printed out like 30 of them for the for the deep sea double at Checkers. It's like a double fish sandwich.
That's
Oh my
so
God, it's
grimy.
Okay. I know what you're thinking, but like I didn't have any money and like I was like, I'll try it, whatever. They were free, you know. I'll never turn down something that's free. So I go over there and get it, and it's like pretty bad, but I ate it. And then the next day, I'm like, shit, like, I'll get another one. So then obviously the coupons get worse and worse because I ran to my last one. So I photocopied the photocopy.
Oh
Like-
my God, dude.
And it turned. I just had to start. We had like a unsaid pact when the workers from Checkers would come over and buy their Newports and their Marlboro Blacks.
Yeah.
I would throw them no sales tax, and they would turn the blind eye to the deep sea doubles. And so this got to a problem when I got to Chapel Hill and I moved in, and then like one day I randomly just am like craving like fast food fish. I'm like, dude, I want like.
I need a
Like,
deep
this
sea
is
double
bad. This is like
now.
I need a deep sea. So I walked down Franklin Street to the McDonald's and got like a fillet of fish and was like, this is actually pretty good. And now like I'm like a fillet of fish truther. Like
Really?
it actually is pretty good. When the McRib is back and you can surf and turf,
Oh my!
it is choice.
Yeah. So I don't know if our personal fast food specialist ever talked about the fish sandwiches.
I don't even know if Taylor would attempt to get the fish, but
I mean, dog, that
was a wow.
It needs accoutrement with the McRib because it's like there's so much sauce and then it tones.
dude. Look, I get it, man. I mean,
It's very good.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh!
So your go-to at a fast food restaurant is fucking fish.
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, if I'm going, I don't really eat McDonald's unless I'm getting fit. Like I'm wanting the fish. Like I don't really like a go-to fast food is probably Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or
Have you had their breakfast?
dude, last time I ate Taco Bell breakfast, it ended very poorly for me.
Mm.
I was just, I saw it again. It was like a return to sender. So
Dude, I get it, man.
Return to sender.
I tell you what, I have like I don't know if they had do. I'm assuming they do breakfast burritos, but if y'all happen to be in Wilmington, go to Keg and Egg and get the breakfast burrito. Best in town.
where is it?
Facts.
Next to Whiskey
Yeah, Whiskey
Trail, like
Creek.
on Mason Boro Loop Road.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
best breakfast burrito in town.
You said you're a hammock weaver.
Yes, I'm.
What does that
proud-
mean?
A union hammock weaver. I started so at that job I had at Stevens one day, like senior high school, it was like around Christmas time. Dude comes in with an eye patch. Just goes, "Hey, you wanna make some extra money?" Never, ever turning down a dude with an eye patch. Asked me if I want to make some extra money.
Yeah.
But it turns out to be like a family friend of mine, Mr. Allen. He's from Wilmington, and he like wanted me to work on this Christmas tree lot next to it. And then I texted him, and he was just never responded. So later on, I was like, "Hey, do you still want me to work?" He's like, "Oh yeah, come tomorrow." I was like, "To where?" Like, I still don't know. And he's like, "Yeah, come to the hammock shop by the beach, and be there sometime before." Or he said after 9, but before 10. So I show there at like 8:30 because I'm like ready to go, and he rolls in like 10:30, 11, and he's like, "All right, we're making hammocks." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in, whatever." So he taught me how to do it. So this is like my 3rd year now doing it, and yeah, you just wind up rope and these like giant wooden looms, and you just go back and forth all day.
So how long does the just a standard size hammock take?
Probably. Well, that is there are a lot of factors at play there.
I'm sure there is.
Am I
yeah.
focused?
Okay.
Like,
That kind of factor.
Is my phone like? Am I looking at my phone? Is anyone coming in? Like, so if all systems are go, I can make one in like 45 minutes.
Okay.
But then like, I'm not gonna make that many in a day if you do that like math.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. For sure.
But I don't get paid like by the hour, so I get paid for what I make and then for what I sell. So it's great because it's a job where I can just fuck off, and he's not gonna get mad at me because as long as stuff that needs to go out is made, it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
And
as long as you're doing your job, I guess.
I'm the
how
only
is the
person who
hammock
works.
business? Is it booming?
Dude, COVID was our best year ever.
Yeah.
It was huge for us.
Just people just wanted to be outside and
Yeah, people stuck inside want get a hammock. So
Yeah, the only place they can go is their backyard.
Mhm.
wow.
And so yeah, I made a ton. And He would like text me when I would be at school and be like, "Hey, by any chance, could you come home this weekend?
Oh, really?
I got a bunch of orders.
Damn.
I need you to make them." Then, so yeah, it's awesome. I love doing it. It's like my make or break year though. Like I'll touch on Derek Carr later, but this is my make. I told my coworker Dewey, I was like, if I'm back here next summer and I don't get something like an internship or something next summer, then I'm probably gonna be here the rest of my life. So.
Your coworker Dewey.
Yes, Dewey.
Is he like your buddy? You guys same age or?
Yeah, so he goes to UCW. He's from outside Raleigh.
So this is your fellow union.
Yeah, he's the only other man. It's a 2-man union. I'm the president.
I got
We
it.
went on general strike the other day, and by general strike I mean both of us overslept, so we opened at 11. But
For those that don't know, this is the hammock shop right before the Rice Beach Bridge.
yeah, come in. I'll give you a sticker. I need to talk to somebody in there.
God
Oh,
damn.
man, that is funny as shit. So what do you plan on doing after college?
I don't know. I'd like to go to law school. Go lobby for a tobacco company or something.
Dude,
evil.
I heard that. They need it. They'll gladly hire you, bud.
Yeah, I'll go be a lobbyist, like cut down redwoods or something, or Scientology. I don't know.
Dude,
But wherever they need litigation.
I hear you, man. I mean, thing about life is there's somebody always has a problem. You know what I mean? And if you could just step in there, and I feel like you're a chameleon. Like what you need, man. Got hammock problems. I mean,
Got a cigarette problem.
yeah, I got that. If you want to try a fish sandwich from a fast food restaurant, I got you.
Yeah, I'll even get you some coupons, lifetime for free.
I think I still have a few.
I'm sure you do, bro.
You should bust them.
So,
Is that Checkers even still there?
Dude,
Yeah,
yes.
hell yeah,
Okay,
dude.
so funny story about Checkers. Before Hurricane Florence, I'm working at Stevens, working there every day. It's like go time. The people like the Ace Hardware higher ups are coming in the store to help us out. It's all systems go. We're selling out everything. Tape, tarp. We get 2 trucks in that week, which is unheard of because normally come in once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So everyone's buying up tarps, and it's like 8 hours to landfall, and we're about to close the store. And we go over to Checkers, and we're like, "Hey guys, you need to board up your windows. We'll do it for you. We'll sell you the wood, but we're about to run out." Like, they're like, no. We got it. We got it under control. We're like, all right, yeah, no problem. We figured the boss has probably got something figured out. I go on Facebook, or I don't have a Facebook. So my buddy shows me a screenshot from a Facebook page with like 10,000 shares. And it's like, dog, what the fuck? And it was a picture of the Checkers on Dawson, and they fucking taped cardboard over their windows to board them up for Hurricane Florence. And then at that point, we were like, I hope that place gets leveled. I hope that place looks like it gets drone strike.
Bro.
They
Dude,
used to buy 2 gallons of sulfuric acid every week, liquid fire. If you have ever seen that stuff, it'll like, if you poured it on your arm, you would see bone. Like plumbers say, do not use it because it'll fucking
ruin the pipe. Yeah.
They would buy 2 gallons of it every week. I still to this day have no idea what Checkers needed 2 gallons of sulfuric acid for. Like, there's no.
That's like some terrorist
If
shit.
you're like Jeffrey Dahmer, there's no. Besides that, you would never need that many gallons of sulfuric acid.
What, are they getting rid of bodies over there?
Checkers are sketchy, dude.
I will say this though, like in elementary school, because I went to Gregory, and dude, anytime I got like a good grade, we got to stop by Checkers,
You're
man.
gonna go
Those
Checkers?
fries.
The seasoned fries are phenomenal.
Oh my god! I don't think they're probably, I'd say top 3 of my fries for sure of all time.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Because they're like an original
They
flavor.
had like spicy chicken sandwiches that were like $2 too. That were
Oh,
good.
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, if we're talking like fast food chains, the best fries, dude, PT's.
Yeah, well, that's not really a chain though.
You don't
Like in
think of
terms
that?
of, in terms of like McDonald's,
Oh,
Checkers,
okay.
Wendy's.
These fries are good just because of their seasoning, which
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
buy.
Yeah, you can buy that, but they figured
sell it
out
at
the
Harris
whole,
Teeter now.
the lemon
You
seasoning.
serious?
Yeah, PT
That
PT
kinda
seasoning.
ruins it.
Got a bottle in there.
It does, but I will say they've done well. And also, I didn't realize. Side note: Cape Fear Seafood has like 3 locations now. They have the one in Monkey Junction. They got one in Hampstead, and apparently
They have 5
over
because
the,
I tried to make reservations today at the Porter's.
They got
Duck one.
5?
They have 5. Yeah, they have one in Raleigh too, and then 2 others somewhere else.
Yeah, I just thought that was cool. So good for them, man.
All right. So speaking of fish sandwiches, this week
Mm-hmm.
video came out from the Wildlife Association in Utah, and it shows them restocking their ponds
Yeah.
with fish. And instead of having like so most lakes or ponds that get stocked with fish. A nursery, right, has like this big, it looks like a cement truck, but it's filled with water. They put the fish in, then they run this long tube. They pull the truck next to the pond, run a tube into the water, the fish go, whatever. They do things differently in Utah.
Yo.
They fly fucking planes with the fish in them. And from 200 feet above, as they're going over the lake, you just pull the lever and you drop them things. So there was a video that came out this week. A lot of people talk about it. I really don't know how I feel because it's like, it's 200 feet.
Yeah.
Like, what's the survival rate of these fish?
That's what I would like to know. I mean, it's not like they're not going to get eaten by something else in the water out there. But at the same time, dude, that's a hell of a way to just dump fish. But I mean, I get it. Like, if they're that spread out, what are you going to drive and do all that? I mean, it's probably a lot easier. It's probably why they did it.
Yeah, and like, I guess it was like 3,500 fish a drop.
Yeah.
And it looks like nothing. Like, they're, and it's just
Dude, it's like they're dropping air supplies down there for the troops. That's what it looks like.
Could you imagine like pulling that lever a little late?
Yeah.
And land on the shore?
You gotta go right push them in.
Bro, they'd probably explode if they hit the ground. I mean, because they're like, just little guys.
Yeah. They're little guys.
And if you think about it, so like, well, first off, this is the part of the show we like to discuss just pretty cool articles that we find during the week.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I kind of equivalated it to, like, aliens, right? So these fish, I mean, that's basically how humans feel when they get abducted. That's all I see when, like, you talk about zoos, you talk about any of this shit. They're basically, like, if you flip it to alien abductions, like, we're their subjects.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We're doing it with animals. They're just a lower intellect than we are. It's the same kind of thing if you think about it. Which is kind of trippy, but I'm just saying. So then you got these fish just they go from a barrel to a truck to another barrel into a plane with some water and then dumped over the fucking lakes.
Dude, there's enough shit out there. If you're a fish, there's enough shit out there to freak you out. Like, but the one thing I was thinking about, you kind of touched on, is like, they say every rule exists for a reason. Like, there's always a story behind every rule. I want to know, like, the meeting they had, they were like, we got to get these fish in the pond. And this had to be the most cost effective
for sure
and like logistical way to do this. So like,
yeah.
That's got to just be hilarious. Like, what person raised their hand in the back was like, all right, hear me out, guys.
Yeah,
like
the
plane.
I got an idea. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. If the legs are that far spread out and they got to drive trucks, they got to do all that, coordinate all that, and keep them alive during that. When if you could just do the quickest time possible, keeping them alive, the water, the oxygen levels in the water. I mean, all that bullshit, keeping it.
Yeah, but like,
it's like a crazy science experiment.
I want to know the guy was probably like, okay, that's a great idea, but like, PETA's going to be on our ass. And they're probably like, fuck them.
Yeah, fish.
You know what I would say though?
Sell tickets next time. I would go sit on the bank. I would go sit on the bank there and watch. Just like have a picnic day about it. Bring the kids.
Yeah.
Sit there with a bunch of beer and just watch. Like, oh, here it is.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably pay like $30-$40 to go see that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because. I mean, that's not every day. I mean, 200. I mean, it'd be raining.
I mean, people go to air shows. It's just like that, but it's just shorter.
Yeah,
with a big finale,
like 8 seconds.
And 8 seconds. And like the thing, with fucking PETA, man, all they do is just they're just professional bitchers.
Yeah, they complain about a bunch.
They
of
just
shit.
bitch. Like, hey man, you got problems with it? Go in every single industry yourself and fix it. Like, you go drive those fish to those lakes. Like, you go do that.
Well, like, there had to have been studies
point.
though. Like, you can't just do that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta try it once without anybody really knowing, and then somehow get those fish back and be like, well, I mean, do they function correctly? You know, or do they have CTE and they're gonna go off the ledge? Like,
I mean,
like we saw this week.
Honestly, no, you make a good point, because if they were any closer to the water, A, endangers the pilot. B, that rate of speed that might hit harder than that drop from 200 feet in terms of, you get what I'm saying, with inertia and all that. Wouldn't it hit harder?
I don't know, man. I just know I've never seen.
Versus, I don't know, man.
I've never seen anyone jump from 200 feet into the water.
What was that show on I hadn't either, but what was that show on the History Channel or whatever? They had myths and Mythbusters.
Oh yeah,
you fucking buster.
Yeah, so that'd be like that's like a Mythbuster operation.
Well, yeah, dropping fish into.
Yeah, like what's more effective? Like 10 feet above the water or 200?
Yeah, we need to check out the long-term consequences of these fish. We need fish counselors out there to see if they're distressed at all. If they're
it's sketchy too, because like in the video, there's a couple small ones, and they're all surrounded. Right, it's Utah, right? They're all surrounded by trees. So these planes are literally like bombing in, dropping them, and then getting out.
Yeah. Because like when they pulled that lever, it wasn't that long of a pull.
No, that
What up,
fish
chat?
fish are dropping. Continue. That's my brother, James. James, stay with us for another 15 minutes. My man, Young John here has something to show you.
Yep.
But when they pull the lever, the fish only come out for like 3 seconds, and then
Yeah.
they're all out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I saw it, and I watched it like 4 times in a row. I'm like, I can't believe this. And I sent it to the group chat, and they're like, what the? It's pretty
Hey, man,
cool.
it's an innovative way. I mean, who was that talking the other day? Or was that you talking about like the tubes when they? Who was just talking about the other way they
the
transport?
salmon. They
Yeah.
had this like pipe, but it like the end they didn't really funnel into the water. Just kind of shot into. I think it was going. They were going over a dam. I think so. It's just people
Oh.
just sitting there all day picking up these salmon, putting them in this tube, and they just get shot out into the water.
like the bank.
Yeah.
The money.
Yeah. So the fish coming out of the plane are like 4 to 6 inches, and these salmon were. I mean,
They're big. They're big guys.
Well, I think that has something to do with it too, though. You know, like if you're dropping like salmon,
Right, more weight.
more weight, all that stuff. I mean, you talk about a little 5-inch fish falling out of the
Mhm.
plane. I mean, that's not. I mean, but if you got like a 5-pound fish, yeah, it's gonna be a big smack on the water. Like,
I mean, you just got to think about like your salmon, mind your business. Have that. I mean, that's your life. Like that is the pinnacle of your life right there. When
Yeah.
an alien puts you in a tube and you just get shot. Like,
dude, what do you do after that? How do you tell people? How do you swim around other fish that didn't get shot through a tube? You know, you know what I'm saying? So that's why
Yeah.
I like.
It must be kind of weird too, like be a fish up in that plane. You're like, wow, it's really fucking loud. Like, what the hell is going on here? And then all of a sudden, the bottom falls the fuck out, and you're just free
Like,
falling.
you like somewhat get used to it. You're like, oh, you know, this isn't so bad. I mean, I'm with my friends. You know,
Yeah,
it's
and
the
then
highest altitude a live fish has ever been at. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, now that okay, you said I was just looking at weird articles before the show. Apparently, they're sending like some squid up into space or some shit. Like I don't know.
Does that count?
It's in the ocean. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not a fish, but it's fucking.
So,
It can't just hang
some
out on
mollusk.
land and chill out like
Yeah.
it's like SpongeBob. It'd die out here.
Squids freak me out, dude.
These squids are crazy.
how about the giant squids?
With the beak?
16, 17 foot long.
Oh yeah, I took marine science in high school. That teacher hated me. It was a great class.
dude?
Learned a lot. Squids, the beak
Yeah,
under it like a bird.
Yeah. No thanks.
dude. I think
Fuck all
those
that.
giant. Did you ever watch like those Discovery Channel shows of hunting the giant squid,
Oh no.
bro? And they go like to the deepest, darkest corners they can go of the ocean. Which you're not catching me down there
Mhm.
like at all. But they try to like send cameras down there to see this shit and like radar and stuff picks up these big objects moving down
Things
there.
that, like never been seen before.
Yeah, and they try to get the camera. Like they have this. I remember a couple images where you just see these massive tentacles, and that was it. But like the suction cups were just like, I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like fuck the ocean, bro.
Yeah,
that shit
dude,
is
nah,
scary.
Nah. Yeah, I'm good on all that. Shark
Even
Week,
though-
all that shit.
Yeah, I love the
Dude,
ocean, but
sharks are
I am
sick, though.
I am
I'm-
fucking scared of it.
I fuck with sharks.
No, I don't fuck with sharks.
I mean, like
just
I
let 'em live.
don't want to like be around a shark, but I think they're cool.
Yeah,
have
they're
you
cool.
ever
Yeah,
have you ever
they're
seen
the
a shark in the
predators.
water? Like been near it?
Little guys, yeah. Like I think like a bull or a mako,
Yeah.
but nothing like crazy.
Dude, they're fucking. I'm not gonna lie, they're like majestic looking when they're swimming in the water.
Yeah, the coolest
Yeah.
one I saw, we were down fishing with Captain DW in the bays. It was high tide, and we were fishing the bank, just trolling slow. He's like, holy shit, look at that. And I looked down, and there's probably about a 4.5 foot shark just
Yeah.
along the
King of
bank.
the ocean.
Crazy.
That same place. So actually, yeah, down there in the bays, I saw the biggest stingray of my life. I mean, that thing was easily 5 foot wide. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating here. I mean, everybody exaggerates fish stories. Not exaggerating. And it was like leopard looking almost. It was like,
You remember crossing the river in Trey's boat and looking to the right and seeing them sky?
yeah.
There was
Fuck
like
that.
3.5, 4 foot stingrays skying out of the
Wait.
water.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Dude, nature.
Wait.
Look. You go down there and that
they leave.
part.
They go airborne.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, they'll sit there and flop. They'll have their sides and they'll flop up like that. And so you see two fins. It looks like two sharks swimming, but it's a stingray.
Oh.
When they do shit like that, dude, like the ocean is no joke.
So my buddy,
And this is Cape Fear River.
Yeah, this is right there,
Mouth
bro.
to Cape Fear River, yeah.
Like,
my buddy Clement, one of his greatest. He's an all-time fibber, but he's a great storyteller.
yeah.
And he's like, you know, the Johnny Mercer Pier on Russell Beach.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's, you know, so he grew up fucking just being little shits on the beach, and he was like, "Yeah, when I was 8 years old, I was at the Johnny Mercer Pier with my little brother. We were fishing, and we saw a dude in a full China buffet uniform catch a skate, hit it with a club, and throw it in a duffel bag and roll out."
No, dude, listen, that shit's a fact, bro. Because I went down there, me and Brad. This was like 4 years ago. We went down there fishing off the pier, right?
Yeah,
It's when the guy caught the shark, and then he called his buddy.
he beat it with
Check
stick.
this out.
I was there. Yeah, I was there for the
Billy Club.
This dude, they're getting this shark in there, and they're bringing it up, and it's like, man, and everybody's looking around. All these rednecks, like, yeah, man, look at this shit. Hell yeah. This Asian dude comes strolling up.
Yeah, with the guy that caught it, he's like, well, none of us want it. He's like, I got a guy who wants it.
Yeah. Somebody makes a phone call. Next thing we know, this Asian dude comes strolling up, nice clothes, nice big ass fucking watch. I mean, like, dude, you don't belong out here with the blood and guts.
Yeah.
This dude takes that thing. He has like this little bag with him, and it's like in a cooler as well. Pulls out a fucking machete right there on the pier.
Dude,
Chop, chop, chop.
dorsal fin off first.
I mean-
Off the top. And like people are like, oh my
Shark
God.
fin soup.
And I'm like, this is awesome.
Bro, we're just sitting there looking at this guy just go ham on this thing in front of God and everybody,
It was
dude.
clearly, it was actually really impressive.
It was
how
impressive.
quickly he cleaned this fish.
I'm talking a 6-foot shark here.
In his cooler.
And he diced it up, everything, stacked it perfectly. They threw the fucking side, like the rest of like the skin of the shark over the pier. People are surfing beside like the skin of a fucking shark. I was
The
like, dude,
carcass,
this
yeah.
is, I don't know if this is legal.
Dude, that
But
shark-
this shit is happening
That's
right
shark
now.
repellent.
No, it was
dude.
all
If
legal.
I-
It was all legal.
Yeah, but bro,
And like he just, I mean, with the swiftest, dude,
And
it
you
was
know
like
what
a
he did?
10-minute process.
he didn't get one drop of blood on him. I mean, he had a bright blue shirt on, khaki pants,
was incredible,
loafers,
He's a weathered vet.
and he didn't even sweat. He had been doing it his whole fucking
Took
life.
the meat, put it in the cooler, packed all his stuff up, sprayed off the pier like with a hose, and was like, "Thanks, guys," and just left.
I'm out of here.
Gone.
I was like,
See ya.
Holy shit!
I just made money for nothing, like literally.
Yeah,
This reminds me of a story from my buddy. His brother was driving home. His older brother went to UNC. Just graduated 2 years ago. Driving home, live in Columbia, South Carolina. Some bumfuck road. It's dark. He's with his girlfriend. Drives a little sedan. Nails a deer. Doesn't see it. Just absolutely nails it.
Yeah.
Car's fucked. Call a tow truck. They're standing on the side of the road. Some like F-100 rolls up. You know, like
Oh,
borderline,
shit.
like a little better than like a Sanford and Son level truck.
Yeah.
It's just comes up. Dude gets out, literally just goes, "Hey, the girlfriend's freaking out. He's on the phone, like getting a truck, trying to. And,
Yeah.
Hey, are y'all done with this? Like, what?
Yeah.
Done with what, sir? The deer.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, we're done with it. Plops it in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
He's off.
See you later.
It's just,
Deer meat, head on the wall, all of it, man.
I love. Yeah, as
It's
like, nah, I need
crazy.
a few more minutes with it just to.
Yeah.
yeah. I need to give it its rightful blessing.
Actually, sir, insurance claims, we need that fucking deer.
Do some forensics on it. Just
Yeah,
make
like
sure I'm
seriously.
not doing some fraud here.
Yeah, I didn't hit a tree and just back the car up. You know, like that we hit a deer for sure.
No chance a deer survives from a 200-foot drop.
No shot.
Well, that's what I'm
No
saying. In
shot.
terms of, we need like an engineer here, but like in terms of weight and all that, that's why I think those fish live from that drop. You
Yeah,
know?
because they almost like float down.
Well, they're just not. Yeah, because they're not that heavy.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's why I think. That's why I think if they were closer to the ground, it would be more of a, you know, like when you fall off, when you get tube, you know, on the tube behind the boat and you smack the water.
Oh yeah,
But you're real low to the water.
but it's
that's the worst concussion I ever got. Appreciate it, Branch.
fucking
White
your
Lake.
ears, dude.
Yeah, I remember it. But yeah, so
Killed me.
maybe that's it. I don't know.
It would be pretty wild to be downtown and like watch that shit come over the riverfront.
I would. Oh my god.
Dude, because there's so many places you could like be. You could be at that one place. It's
Cloud9.
yeah, that bar downtown, and you could be up top.
You'd
you could
almost be
down
eye
low.
level with it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know where I'd want to be. I'd hope they drove through a couple times so I can get multiple,
Yeah, come-
multiple experiences.
Can you call another airstrike in, please?
I want to be on the plane, dude. I want to pull the lever.
Oh, do you? I could see you doing that. I could see.
Just like
How much joy would you get? Like, oh, it's
Oh,
time.
that would be.
No, but again, I think you're on to something with that whole. Hey, man, we're selling little picnic spots out here, and $50. You bring the kids. You get to fish afterwards.
That's like I remember like in history class reading about like the first battle of the Civil War. I think it was like Bull Run, maybe. I could be very wrong, but like people showed up to it. They knew the Civil War, everyone had seceded. They knew they were gonna. So people like showed up to picnic at the first battle of Bull Run, and then
Yeah.
soon realized after like, oh, nah,
Yeah,
we shouldn't be doing
yeah,
this.
this is fucked. I'd say like to that kind of on that similar plane during the Civil War, like at night when they weren't fighting, they were just chilling.
Mhm.
They would fucking trade and barter enemy lines like, y'all got any whiskey left? You know, shit. And like, well, what you got? I'm like, well, we got chewing tobacco, da 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 da. And they would trade and barter, and then in the morning they wake up and shoot at each other.
That's fucking
How
crazy.
fucking nuts is that?
Dude, imagine being a doctor then.
Nah, bro.
You just show up.
Imagine being
here's
the
a fifth.
patient.
Get the saw. Let's roll.
That's what I'm saying. Be the patient. Like, here, dude. Here's a stick. Bite. Take swigs of this liquor. Because they didn't realize that blood, like alcohol, thinned your blood at the time. So it's like they didn't know you're bleeding out. Like, so literally, like you had the strongest literally survived in that time, which is
You
crazy.
need another water?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a Civil War anesthesiologist.
Hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Yeah, there'd probably be in the morning time when you'd fight again, a lot of widespread panic.
Ooh,
Which
nice
brings us
segue. Nice segue.
To our next one. Tonight is the opening night of the new Riverfront Park Amphitheater in Wilmington, North Carolina. It is also night one of, is it 2 nights or 3?
3.
Of widespread panic. I will not be attending that.
Why not?
Why not?
I'm just not like a panic guy.
Nah.
I don't know. I mean,
Just
are
like,
you?
oh yeah, fair share. Like, I don't know. My buddy is very into the Grateful Dead. His name's Turner. He's my roommate. And,
Sup, Turner?
Sup, Turner. But so last summer, I'm working at the Hammock shop, ran out of music, started listening. I was like, hey, what should I listen to? I need some music. And he just sent me this fucking playlist called Complete Road Trips, Grateful Dead. It's like 40 hours. Said, put it on, man. Sure. And I was like, this is stupid. This is just noodling on guitars. This is just hippies. And then like a few hours in, I was feeling it. I was like, this is good. And then so that, and then the album that like changed everything is the Allman Brothers at Fillmore East. They do like I always never like jam bands like that, but they do like a whipping post, like the Allman Brothers song.
Oh yeah,
it's
classic.
22 minutes. It's like
22 minutes.
It's the greatest. It's incredible. Like
that's a serious jam. Bro.
Life changing. Yeah, no, but Dwayne Allman says they're not a jam band. They're just a band that jams.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. But if you notice, like all the Allman Brothers songs, they're like 4.5, 5 minutes long. Every one of them.
Yeah, they must have been feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? This funny about that? Like on the way here, I was listening to Sirius Satellite Radio. That song Jessica.
Oh yeah,
it's not one of my favorites, but like the dude was explaining, the guy who wrote the song was like, yeah. And I was just up late one night. My daughter, she was like a baby at the time, crawled in, and she was kind of bouncing to my guitar, and then I was like looking at her and just kind of made. He said he was making her like be happier with his little melody. And he named it fucking Jessica, and that melody he made up that night from her being all happy was that.
Yeah, that's like another.
I'm like, holy shit.
Great Allman Brothers song is like In Memory of Elizabeth Reed is also on the album. Great. That one is like 40-minute jams of, I'm pretty sure, out there. But that was literally, Dwayne Allman was just like apparently just in like a graveyard and saw someone's name. Hey, Elizabeth Reed. All right. And then just was like, what do I call this? There was Dickie Betts who wrote it as a guitar player. And he's just like, yeah.
Dude, that's the thing I like about classic rock, man. It's literally.
Would you consider Widespread Panic classic rock?
Nah.
No, I was just talking about the Allman Brothers. I'm not talking about Widespread Panic. Yeah. I'm just saying classic rock in general was just like, man, here's clouds. I'm going to make a song about clouds. And you write the most off-the-wall shit, and it works. And it was, you know what I mean?
Laney kids.
It's like, yeah, he's talking about the big trucks outside. But it's almost like poems, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a poem, anybody can get their own idea out of the poem. And it's just like with these classic rock songs, they're all off the wall. But I'll be honest with you, I don't even... What's like the Widespread Panic's most famous song?
Probably like Porch Song or Ain't Life Grand is good. I don't know. The thing about Widespread really too is I started listening to them, and like now the only real music I like to listen to is like live albums, just because I feel like they're way better. Because if a band can like play better live, that is a fucking great.
Well, it's very true.
Well, speaking like to tie it in with classic rock, the band Kiss. They literally
it wasn't really about, I mean it was about music, but like
but their first album was studio recorded, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they decided to record, like actually take the audio from a show and release that song, and it crushed it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the next album they recorded, they just took the best live one out of all the shows they did, and they made it was an entire live album, but that was the cut that was released on the the albums back in the day, CDs now, but like that's what it was released. But they were one of the first groups that really took on. We're playing live music, and now our album is live music. But you don't think that because you're like, oh, this is because it sounds like studio, but it's not. It's crazy.
Live albums are so much better.
Yeah, by far.
Every version of the song is different at every show.
That's the thing about Widespread. They never play the same. It's sort of like the Grateful Dead. They'll never play the same version of the song twice. And they'll never play the same set list twice. And like I'm not huge in the Grateful Dead, but the thing you can respect about them is they're huge. A huge reason about the live album thing, because they would have the dude who like, it's so weird. My friend Turner just vomits this on me, and now I'm retaining it. And it's like the dude who like synthesized LSD was their sound manager and made these crazy speaker patterns that were the same height of a sound wave, and people could go up there and plug in their recorders and record tapes. And there's like a bootleg market out there of like thousands of like, yeah, man, I got Ithaca 77 here, man. I got Paris 72 of people that recorded them from the show.
Really?
And that's why that got huge. Like,
that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was at the hammock shop last summer.
Weaving some hammocks.
And we have these speakers in there old. And I found this tape player in my dad's old shit. And I was like, I'll take it there and try to rig it up. And I found this. He's like, yeah. My boss is like, there's some old tapes in the back, and I'm open, and it's just all these bootleg Grateful Dead tapes, like PNC or like Carter Finley 91 or like Philadelphia 89. You're like, what the fuck? Like, this is a bootleg, dude. Someone made this. Yeah. And then if you know like Cheap Trick, that band, they're like not that pop, but they were the first to do it in Japan. They went over there. They were like nobodies here, and then they went to Japan, played live, released the album, and they were like the Beatles over there.
Yeah,
fucking huge.
No kidding.
Isn't that wild? Like how that shit kind of works out.
Yeah, but live albums are just like I like Dave Matthews a lot, right?
Yeah,
like his like live at Red Rocks in '93.
I fucking hate Dave Matthews.
I know he hates him. It's hilarious.
God, it's the corniest fucking shit in the world. That's why.
But his live albums are so the other night, I don't know, like Metallica re-released. The Metallica like album,
the Black Album,
but
they're doing it with a bunch of people,
right?
Yeah.
So Apple Music had like a thing about it, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't fucking blasted Metallica, and it was probably like 5:30 at night, and I still had another hour's worth of work. Like, I'm not gonna be on the phone then. I'm just gonna be doing bullshit. And they have a couple live albums, and like, dude, listening to Nothing Else Matters live is just.
Oh yeah, and they used to I'm pretty sure Metallica holds the record. Two things: they're the only band to ever play on all 7 continents, and I'm pretty sure they played the largest concert of all time in Moscow, in Russia, right after the fall.
What was that?
Yeah.
The how many people attended?
A lot. I don't know. I don't know. You could look at the picture. It's like a sea of people.
You said that was the fall of the Soviet Union?
Yeah, right after the Soviet Union fell, I guess like some sort of media conglomerate wanted to get their foot in the door, so they threw like a free concert, and like it wasn't just Metallica. I think like AC/DC was there, maybe.
Oh shit!
Like a ton of old classic bands, and obviously everyone shows up. Like, like everyone has a free concert in Soviet Russia, and like, they love Metallica, and it was like if you watch it, it's insane, incredible.
Dude, I've not heard it. I need to check that out.
Another fun fact about Metallica: they are the sole reason that the music industry is the way it is today.
Oh,
because of Napster. You know, Lars Ulrich and the other dude. I mean, they were such dickheads about that shit. So the guy who invented Napster, right, when you can download music for free or whatever, Metallica was the first, and like they spearheaded shutting it down.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
it was Lars, shittiest drummer ever.
I mean, but they
fucking rock, dude.
I mean, I get it. I get why they did. I think they got a whiskey now. They came out with a whiskey. That was another thing I heard on
their version of Whiskey in the Jar is great.
Dude, I hate that version.
You don't like it?
Dude, I love Metallica up until the Black Album. Anything after that, I can't stand. And mainly because I really like Thin Lizzy back on live albums.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Their live album, Live and Dangerous, is one of the best ever. It's up there with
from
like,
Ireland, right?
Live Rust. Yeah. So Whiskey in the Jar is an Irish song. Mm-hmm. And so I've always... listening to James Hetfield just go like after every line
in the Jarro.
back in his like spiked hair era, like douche Metallica like douche era is the worst. I miss when he had like really long hair. I mean, I wasn't alive, but long hair and he screamed and looked like a teenager. Like that was
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Metallica has a special place in my heart
yeah, for sure.
because Enter Sandman too, right? So like,
Oh,
the
well,
Hokies come out to
yeah.
Enter Sandman.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
And now, back in the day, I'm like, why the fuck don't they get a video of them playing it and like saying "Go Hokies"? Like, we have enough money, pay these bastards. Of course, now that I'm not there, Metallica comes on the big screen and does like the "Go Hokies," and then it starts playing.
Classic.
So, but like that's, I mean, I have goosebumps now thinking about it.
Yeah, I got to see that, and
yeah.
I got to see how pumped up he
Hear like
was.
the doom, doom,
That's when
doom,
John.
doom.
That's when John broke his fucking femur.
Oh man, this is a
You
funny.
broke your femur?
He broke
Yeah,
his
bro.
fucking femur, dude.
Yeah, snapped my femur square in half.
So have we told the story on the pod?
Mm-mm.
All right, we'll leave out names, but here's the deal: we were
So
like,
all right, so I was younger, right? I had a crush on this chick.
This
And
is
she
how
had-
I broke my femur.
She had a bad.
This
This is like the broke days, like super broke college days.
yeah.
She had a bad day. We're out to dinner. I get home and like whatever. I'm still texting. Terrible day.
We were a bird's nest.
Yeah. And I was broke as shit. I was like, "Yo, James, let me borrow $20." And so I go.
I only had 15.
Yeah.
that's all I had here.
So I
man.
go to the store. I write like a little note, right? And I go to the store. I pick up these flowers.
and wine. You
No,
got-
just flowers.
what?
There's just flowers. And so I go
Suckered me, man.
to her place. She was living in the fuck, man. I always forget the name of this shit.
Carlton Place.
Carlton Place. Behind UNCW, like behind Clear Run.
Yeah.
And
I think Dewey lives there.
so there's like 6 streets, and they're all the same, but like the yards angle up,
Yeah.
right? So I park like 3 houses down. It's like 12:30 in the morning. I'm sober, and I'm barefoot. I'm like walking down the sidewalk, and I walk up to her thing. I put the flowers on a window. I left it on her car, right? And so in my head, I'm like, oh, tomorrow morning, wake up, see it, great, start the day off good. I turn to the left. That's not.
Bro, don't break the story, man.
Anyway, so I put him down. I turn to the left, and instead of just walking back down the driveway and down the street, I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna cut through this neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
I take about 4 steps into it, dude. Floodlights, dogs. I'm like, oh shit. So I take off into a dead sprint, and I'm running at about 45-degree angle down this yard.
Yeah.
And I jump over the curb to like keep running in the street, and they have speed bumps in that neighborhood that are painted black, so you can't, And like, you ever miss a step and try to like hyperextend your leg to catch yourself?
Yeah.
So as I'm coming down, I land quicker than I think I am. And so I hyperextend my leg and it snaps.
Oh, dude.
This is after like years of football. I mean, the whole
Yeah.
thing, right? And so
It's the hardest bone in your body.
Yeah.
It's the biggest bone in your body, yeah.
Yeah.
So I tumble head over heels and I land and then like I'm on my stomach and my heart's like pumping and my eyes like, right? And I'm like, fuck, my ankle's snapped. My ankle is fucking snapped. And so I roll over, I'm on my ass, and I like move my leg, and my leg doesn't move.
Oh,
And I'm like, this is bad. My car is 30 feet away from me with my cell phone in it. So I army crawl.
Yeah, dude.
I'm army crawling down the road with a broken leg. It's 1 a.m.
dude.
A car is turning onto that street and stops. I was driving a Land Rover at the time with a front Virginia Tech license plate.
Yeah.
Guy stops. He's like, Hokies, yeah, go Hokies. And I'm like, I look at him. I was like, get the fuck out of your car. He's like, what? I said, my fucking leg's broken. I need your help. He gets out of his car. He opens my car door and he gets my cell phone for me.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, I've been drinking. I got to go. I was like, you're good. I call 911.
Yeah, I was the next phone call.
I call him.
Yeah, I answered. Like, let's. All right, so my little shoes here. I have this game, Civilization. I don't know if y'all play that shit on computers.
Yeah.
But before John left, I was balls deep in that. Had some beers. This, that, and the other. And he's like, "Can I borrow some money?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck, here." Hour later or however long it was, I get a phone call. Yo, bro, I'm not coming back. Da da da. I fucking.
I said, I need you to take care of the dog.
Yeah, I broke my Dale. You remember that dog, Dale?
Yeah, I fucking remember him.
Poor fella. Anyway, dude, John's like, yo, I broke my fucking leg. I was like, what? And dude, he's like, yeah, man, I had to call. And then like,
So I called 911. I called James. I called my mom. And then I have to call the girl. And I'm like, hey,
I'm
Are you
outside.
just laying on the
I'm
ground
down
with a
the
broken
street.
femur? Like, all right, who's next?
and I'm like, but look at your car first before you walk down here. Dude, it was And then, of course, a buddy from high school who was EMT shows up. And he's laughing at me.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
Fire
Like,
truck.
You're
EMS.
sober too.
Bro, 2 fire trucks. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then
What are
they're
you gonna do? Get the jaws
they're
of
like-
life?
I'm like laying there and like I did not cry. I did not shed one tear. And they're like, I don't understand how you're dealing with this. Like, this is gonna hurt. We're gonna put your leg in a splint. I was like, all right, do it. It's like, did it, and I was like, And then the nurse gets down there. She's some Russian chick. Missed my vein 3 times. And I said, get the fuck out of my face. I need a real fucking nurse in here. And yeah, I got to the hospital.
Did they give you the morphine?
I got to the hospital about 1:45 in the morning, and at noon that day, I went under the knife. They put
shit.
they broke my hip. They put a 14-inch titanium rod down the middle of the femur.
Mm-hmm.
2 screws in my knee, 3 screws in the hip. There for life.
How long were you until you were back mobile?
That happened October 28th, 2009.
You could have been Lieutenant Dan for Halloween, and you've just fumbled the bag.
Okay, so here's the deal. I was supposed to be the other Blues Brother with Mikey, right?
Yeah.
Which we ended up doing Blues Brothers years later, and we killed him.
And we crushed it.
But Mikey went by himself. It's just a lone Blues Brother.
just Dan
Yeah,
Aykroyd.
my partner's in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
I was in the hospital for 5 days afterwards.
That's a choice movie, dude.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm not gonna lie.
Hospital for 5 days, couch ridden for 10. Then got home, was bedridden for another 10.
So this is during school too, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
What were you doing for classes? Like,
So, basically, one class in particular, it was the fucking rock class that I took. Geology. It was like this science I had to take. I was at Cape Fear
yeah,
because I was in the middle of tech in UNCW.
Mhm.
And the guy was going to fail me. He's like, unless you show up, we're going to fail you. And my mom, being the saint that she fucking is, would pick me up twice a week for class, put me in the car, I'd wheelchair in, and I sat in the back. And that was it. And like the guy that did my surgery, he had already done 2 knee surgeries on me. And he was like, he was the one on call too that night, like miraculously.
dude.
And Dr. Dale Boyd, he's one of the best orthopedic surgeons in town.
Yeah, he's the man.
And he's about 5 foot tall. So
Little fella.
He has to get on a stool when he does operations. And he comes strolling in 4 a.m. and he's like, by then I'm fucked up on painkillers. And he's like,
You gotta be.
you break your leg giving flowers to a girl after playing football for all those years? And I was like, Doc, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, like, dude, don't bust balls.
Yeah.
This is why you didn't feel pain, bro. Because I'm sure it was like the anxiety, the somewhat embarrassment, and like the shock of all wrapped in. I mean, it was like the perfect combo. And I think the big man, the good Lord, helped you out because that is the hardest bone to break in your body, and you just took it like a champ.
Snapped it square in half.
But I will say, so
I was
going
back
back
to work January 10th, though.
going back to Sandman, so we go up there mid while his shit's fucked up.
I'm in a wheelchair.
We got him a fucking wheelchair, right? But with our tickets, he had to be a beast in the stands, and he had to fucking.
So we sat in the end zone, and it was about 35 rows.
I mean, it was up there, and he had his little crutches, and he had to go 1, 2.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
In a wheelchair?
No.
on
So
the crutch.
I wheelchaired
shit.
to the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We left it with security. This is after Joey let go of it, going down a hill, thinking it was hilarious.
Dude,
and I'm hammered. I'm
nah,
like,
bro.
"Ah!"
I
Wait,
sprinted.
he let go of you in a
Listen,
wheelchair?
Yeah,
dog.
thinking it was funny.
No, that
I'm
was
like,
when we were leaving.
I said, dude, if I fall,
At the end of the fucking game. All right, so John gets all the way up there, and this is a true story. I like Virginia. I became a Virginia Tech fan probably after this trip. I always liked him because John went there and everything. But dude, when he got out there on the crutches, and he was like, I'd say about halfway to the seat, you know, because like he said, we're 30 rows up.
people start cheering.
They were cheering.
like, hey,
You got
like,
it!
you got it.
They're all like, you know, with their beer,
Dude,
like just like.
I remember getting to the top and like getting to this and like turning around and looking down at the field, and I just put my crutches in the air, and everyone's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah,
There's
dude.
like
It was-
300, 400 people
Did
cheering
you
me
have
on.
the turkey suit on at that time?
Did I wear
I
the
can't
turkey suit
remember
for
if
that
you
game?
did or not, but I do.
I used to wear a full
Yeah, he
turkey
had a
costume.
full bird suit. He was on. He has a classic shot. You and your brother, right?
Full
Yeah.
bird suit?
My older brother and I
Full
would wear
turkey.
full turkey costumes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess UNC could seem a little lackluster from when
I'm
you look
saying
at
you got-
look at something like Inner Sandman. That looks just like a religious experience. Like,
Oh, it
I'm not
definitely
gonna
is.
lie, I don't have an opinion on Virginia Tech. I'll stand with Virginia Tech because fuck UVA.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah.
you know, if you think UNC is like, you know, a wine and cheese crowd, you got to meet somebody to go see UVA. 'Cause
Well,
that-
so I compare it like Virginia Tech is NC State and UVA is
Yeah.
UNC.
yeah. But
Yeah.
UVA is a whole different level
They're
of
the level,
elitist.
yeah.
They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
say campus, they say grounds.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. For everybody,
They don't say freshman or
Oh.
sophomore, first year, second year. It's like and like I've been corrected before. They come down. I've never been to Charlottesville, but the few have come down to Chapel Hill, and they've been like, "It's like you live on campus." No, I don't live on grounds. You're like, you pull your head out of your ass. Dude.
oh my, are you
Wow.
serious?
Dead serious.
Yeah, no, I can't handle that kind of shit.
Yeah, no.
Nah,
Because
bro.
it's like the Thomas Jefferson thing with
No,
UVA. It's just
Yeah,
like-
yeah, I get it. I mean, I was up there I filmed a fucking movie up there one time, but
It's really nice. Good
no,
wine.
no,
I've
good
heard.
wine
hey,
country.
it's a pretty place. But I will say, to wrap up that little story though, dude, our buddy Joey, fuck Joey on this one, because
He almost killed me.
it's not back home. Like here in Wilmington, it's flat land basically,
Yeah,
unless you're
yeah.
downtown near the river. Joey thinks it's gonna be funny because we have to push this guy all over the fucking place. There's hills everywhere, right? We had to take turns because I mean it's it's hot as fuck. Joey decides to let go on one just to see like whatever, dude. I never sprinted so hard in my fucking life to catch my boy
You
here.
I couldn't
don't
stop.
have brakes?
Bro, I was.
He was
I'm
All
like,
gas, no brakes.
Yeah.
dude. I'm telling you, right, and my leg, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked. I'm yelling at people to get out of the way and shit.
bro. I was
I can't
sprinting and I
survive,
grabbed hold
bro.
of that shit. Fucking put the heels down, like trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But dude, I will say though, if you ever have a friend that's hurt, dog,
Mm.
milk it. Because everywhere we went, we got free beers, front rows, like and
Didn't matter.
like everybody
didn't
was
matter.
helping
Everyone
us, doing everything, and I'm like, dude,
That's
yeah.
like y'all ever watch Trailer Park Boys?
oh
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
yeah,
So it's like Ray. Like,
Oh, yeah,
nobody
Ray.
ever looks out for the man in the chair.
yeah,
It's like, come on, can you spare a little liquor for the man in the chair?
yeah.
But all right, so back to the concert tonight in Wilmington's opening show. James, I think you're still watching. I hope you are. Young John, before we started recording, said, "Yep, there he is." He goes, "Dude, who's that guy that has the Twitter type band names?" I said, "That's actually my little brother." He goes, "I have a list, and you can show the camera."
All right, he's gonna compile that list. But before we get here, everyone listening that's not on the Twitch right now, this is the part of the
Put it in
show
the camera.
where we are gonna address the Twitch people. Young James, continued cloud that he is on Twitter.
Yep.
Kiss sucks. No fucking way, dude. They were one of the hottest rock bands
Yeah,
in the planet, dude.
Kiss sucks.
Bullshit, bro. They fucking rocked the entire world. They are a fucking
He said, "Love Kiss." JK trash.
dude. No fucking way, bro. I'm telling you, dude. They took it
Dude.
by storm, man. Yeah, they look fucking crazy, but they did their thing, and they were the #1 band in the world for what 5-6 years. Like,
so is
easy.
Imagine
knows?
Dragons. Like,
Nah, bro.
Imagine
Like they
Dragons.
suck.
Yeah, you go to a
ass.
Kiss concert, you go to Imagine Dragons concert. We'll see the difference, bro.
well, I mean, like,
You go to Imagine Dragons, put flowers in your hair, and be a fucking weirdo.
You
You,
don't-
go to Kiss, you got fireworks. You got people spitting out fire. You got people
Yeah, and like
slamming
sticking,
Good bands
sticking,
don't
like,
need to do
foot-long
that.
tongues down shit.
I'm
It's, like,
just saying, they went full rock and roll. If you're gonna sit here and tell me Imagine Dragons went full rock and roll,
Imagine
I
Dragons
don't think
suck
so.
ass, and for all intents and purposes, so does Kiss. Well, I
Bullshit.
can respect Kiss. I think Gene Simmons is a piece of shit person. Like,
He's a genius.
yeah, he did make a ton of money.
He's
like
a
$1
fucking
billion.
genius.
Like,
Literally, go look up a Kiss documentary, dude. This guy, he literally was like, how can we make ourselves like stand out? And then he chose to wear that crazy shit they wore in the face makeup and all that, and it fucking worked. And they just fucking went with it,
Yeah.
bro. And they got after it.
That's fair. I want to hear it. So,
you want to hear something?
how long have you been compiling this list?
So I think I started at the end of my junior year. Oh man, it's almost 4 years now, or about 3. End of my junior year of high school. It all started because one day I thought it'd be really fun. You know, I play music. I've never played in like a real band, but I've played with friends and just kind of fucked around. I always thought it would be, in my 16-year-old mind, that it would be hilarious that if you had a band and you had a sign on the side of a bar that said, "Tonight, 10 p.m., all ages, $5, sex party." And that would be like
The name of your
the
band.
name of the band. I thought that was
Mm.
funny then. And now there's so many of these, and each one of them I try to remember
He did show the list.
Yeah.
where, like, some of them are just like gas station dick pills, cowboy hat at the airport. This one just says El Dorado. So I like, a lot of them aren't from me. I do have a list for my separate friends when they tell me to add them, because a lot of them are terrible. I mean, a lot of mine are terrible, but like some of them are just stupid. Psych Ward grippy socks. You ever heard of that? this girl I went to high
I'm
school
about to say I know about those grippy socks.
Yeah,
You
this
go to the
girl-
hospital to give them to you.
this girl I went to high school with that was like, she's in my homeroom. I'm not gonna say her name. She was like straight up a head case, and she was telling me about the psych ward. When you get there, they don't, you can't wear shoes because you can't have laces. They give you socks with a grippy bottom, and based on your color is your
Like your
your
craziness
threat
level.
level. Yeah, your threat level in this PW. So she was into making clothes, and her senior year rolled up with a fucking sweater stitched together of like a rainbow of grippy socks. It was like, you got skin in the game being an absolute fucking crazy person. Like, wore it around like
Psych word, grippy socks.
she was grippy socks.
Bro.
That was her nickname, grippy socks.
I mean, we were not tight like that. She just told me about, like, I remember asking her about the sweater, like, what's with that? She's like, yeah, so when you get to the psych ward, I was like, I instantly regret this.
Yeah, bro. Dude.
Wow.
You know who a trip, like, I don't know if you had it like in your era in high school, but like the girls that would fucking sew their skin up with they would like the little string that, you don't remember that shit? If I had a yearbook in front of me, I could tell you the names of these
What?
people, but they would literally make designs in their skin, like the surface level part, and sew things and make little designs in
Who
it.
the fuck
What
ever did
the
that in high school? I don't
fuck?
remember ever seeing
I'm
that.
not actually. I do remember her name right now. I'm not going to say it, but it was the emo-ish type kids. If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about,
Yeah, I get
like
you.
you get it. But like I wasn't in all the the A+ classes,
Yeah.
and so like, I got to see a lot of things.
I wasn't in all the A+, yeah.
But like they used to do that shit like a emo style, so I could see. And I don't know how they didn't get sent to fucking
Did you ever take an AP class?
history.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Because I enjoyed it. Because I look at history like a movie. When you start telling me the story, I'm watching the movie in my head, and I just can't help but remember it. And that's why I like history.
That's fair.
But so
James says, let's hang out, my brother.
yeah. So in the chat, we had Paper Average 621 asked.
Touch.
I know asked which hip hop group would you like to see in Wilmington?
I want to see Buzz Pass or to
Oh,
First Class
Street
Volume
Shepherds?
2. I want to see Street Shepherds.
All right, so
No.
Young John never knew that about the mixtape, and we informed him before
So we
it was...
played him a couple tunes real quick before we got on. But besides us, which
yeah.
we can do it again.
Well, I'm a big old school hip hop guy.
Yeah.
Good.
But the Zaya Festival knocked out of the park the 2 years when they had Snoop Dogg. I went to that when I was like 15. That was like a very formative experience for me. And then they got Ice Cube, and both times I was like the short, like white kid wearing the Raiders jersey.
Hell
So
yeah.
I
It's
would love-
hilarious because you're about 6'6" now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It was one day, like 10th grade. I was just as tall. I woke up, sucked at basketball. It's unfortunate, but I would like to see the Tupac hologram from Coachella. And I would like to see an Eazy-E hologram so they could get the band back together, NWA.
Get the band back together. Get the boys back together up there.
Oh man,
Yeah, I would love.
Those are both good answers.
those are great answers.
I was at that Snoop Dogg show, too. That was like one of Emily and I's first dates.
I remember.
We were
that
at
shit.
Garden Party that day.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. I left Garden Party, walked to Harris Teeter, bought a 40 bag of pizza rolls. Got a ride home from Joe. Ate the pizza rolls. Powered through. And then went to that Snoop Dogg show.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe you went to that, because those of y'all that don't know what Garden Party is in Wilmington, like every year,
Yeah, what is it?
there's for the Azalea Fest every year. There's a thing called the Garden Party where, like, kind of near Wrightsville Beach,
Elitist.
all the rich people dress up in like fancy outfits, and they go to this little place near the waterway and get shit tanked, and you eat nice. Actually, you just eat fucking. They have catered barbecue, I think, from Jackson's Big Oak, which is a bad combo when it's fucking 80 degrees and you're hammered in a suit.
Doesn't
Yeah.
absorb.
No, it really
Yeah,
does.
The best thing,
It's
the
just
best way to
heavy
do
on
it is
it.
just like have a huge breakfast because it's top shelf liquor, open bar,
Oh, they got it all like out there, and it's
and have a huge
How
breakfast.
much is a ticket?
We're like $150. I think they're like $225 now.
yeah, it goes up every year. But I will say, I mean, we got to go a few times in high school because, like, for instance, our dads, like, they used to,
College.
back in the day.
We weren't.
I went my senior year.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah,
But like back in the day, corporate used to hand out tickets to this shit. They'd get tickets, hand them out. That's how we went to it. But bro, you never seen old people this drunk, ever.
and everyone wears crazy off the wall shit. Like it's like a
like
Kentucky
a-
Derby attire.
Okay.
It literally looks like that. And dude, I've just like watching those drunk old men just be like talking to the young bucks being themselves is the funniest shit in the
Yeah.
world, bro. Because you talking about no filter. They've made their money. They're old and they don't give one fuck.
So-
and their wife's
yeah.
over there hammered herself.
So it's from
beautiful.
11. It's like 11 to 2.
Yeah.
At
Dude, that's
Azalea-
deadly.
At
That's
Azalea
deadly
Gardens.
because
It
you
is.
can ruin your whole
Well,
day.
So at the end when it ends,
Yeah.
everyone just piles in cabs
Yeah.
and they go right down Airlie Road to
Mhm.
Dockside,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
everyone spills into Dockside.
Yeah, and it's just a shit
It's
show.
just an absolute shit show, and that's where I walked from Dockside up to the Teeter at Lumina.
Yeah.
yeah,
and got picked up
you
there.
passed by a hammock shop. You could have
Oh yeah,
come and get a sticker, bro.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Who would you want to see hip hop wise?
God, man. I mean, 10 years ago, I would have said something different.
Yeah, he would say G Unit.
Yeah. Just because I never got to see them and they were my favorite. But now it's like, dude, look, man, they're like fucking 40, 50 years old now. You know, I mean, shit, I'm 33.
DJ Hookit is 50 years old.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Oh, Outcast.
Outkast.
we saw them live in Chicago. We saw
At
we
Lala.
saw their last show together.
I don't want to be addictive. You're old, man.
I know, man. I fucking know.
How
man.
what like because
I turned-
they've been broken up.
2015 is when we were there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were. I didn't know they were back that age.
They did,
But
the,
they
they did
literally-
the festival tour.
He said it on. Cause this is how I know it was their last show. Because they said it. They got up there and they're like, "This is our last one together." So y'all got a treat, and we were up there, and that was their
one
last.
of the best
fucking-
shows I've ever.
It was their
seen.
last fucking one together, and it was fucking sick.
There had to have been 50,000, 60,000
Dude,
people.
There's at that point, there's no telling because that whole Lollapalooza thing was the most incredible shit.
Yeah. So there were 8 stages total, 2 main stages, and then 6 spread throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And from one main stage to the other was a 1-mile walk.
Jesus.
That's how big it was.
Yeah.
It
was
was
at Grant-
all in Chicago.
Yeah, Grant
Yeah.
Park.
Grant Park.
And it was just crazy because you would just walk until you couldn't hear the previous concert because it was getting drowned out by the one in front of you.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah, it was pretty crazy how they did it sound wise.
yeah, because they obviously knew how far you had to be apart to not get disrupted.
Yeah.
You know, we saw Group Love,
Dude, we saw Skrillex, we
saw Nas.
Nas, we saw
So
who
if you,
else?
if I recommend, and that was the first. I'd never been to a
Run the
concert. in my,
Jewels. When Run the
Yeah.
Jewels
Yeah.
had first started.
When they were
We saw them.
hot. I think they're still rolling though, but like
yeah, they are.
they came out really strong.
I will say that was the first time I'd ever been to a concert in my life.
That's a way to do it, man.
Like
You got-
besides me,
you
like
ruined it. Like that's it. That's as good as it's gonna
that's what I'm
get.
saying. I
That
think
sucks. You gotta go
I've
hang
been
out.
I've been to the ones around here, you know what I'm saying. But when you go to something like that, dude, that's a different level, man.
Well, he actually and James had to leave too, so he only was there for Friday, Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Like, he had to leave to go film,
hmm
so he flew back early to film.
I don't even remember what it was now.
Was it 42?
No, it might have been something else. I'd have to look at the date
Yeah.
to figure it out.
But that shit was insane.
Mhm.
Like I don't.
But in terms of all right, so like right now, people. Oh man, that's
Who would I want to come to Wilmington? Dreamville.
yeah.
That could happen. Too.
Bring. Yeah, I know. Like
Yeah,
Cole and Jid and Boss and all them. Like,
Oh,
come on.
Rap groups from right now.
I think it'd be
Rap-
tight to see Lil Wayne before he hangs it up.
Dude, he's
Only if he did Carter 1 and Carter 2 songs.
Well, I think he would.
Mhm.
Like, I think you.
I don't know. He's
They-
just.
I don't know, man. You read the crowd, man. And you see like who's. If it's an older crowd, I mean, they're gonna like know that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Well,
Just because like he's still ready to go. I mean, he's still a performer. He's still got it. I mean, he's dropping new songs all the time. I mean,
If Lil Wayne were to come, it would sell out. It's a fact.
yeah,
And then
I'd like to
it's-
see that for sure. Just because he is a legend. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
a fucking legend.
Yeah.
The junior shit, I missed out on that when y'all went back in the day.
Yeah.
If it was-
I got backstage passes to met 50 and all them.
If it was
Nice
8
guys.
years ago, I'd ask for that. But
He was like fresh off of filming that absolute flop of a movie. Where
Get Rich or Die Trying.
That was
no,
not a flop.
That was a
okay?
good movie.
Oh, sorry.
No, this movie was
My
about-
buddy made me watch that movie like real late at night a few months ago, and I remember watching it. And yeah, I was kind of drunk, but I was like, "This movie sucks." But then he was like, "You shut up right now."
Yeah, and like a lot of people hate on Fifth and stuff, but like he's also like the executive producer of some of the top shows on Stars right now, so it's he still get his money.
Nah, it's
but
whatever.
it was a movie that he wrote about like his high school friend who got cancer. He was the running back for whatever. So Fifth ended up losing like an insane amount of weight. Like he was like skin and bones skinny. Like it was
Oh, really?
disgusting. And he was done filming it and like eating to get his weight back.
Hmm.
And he was exhausted. Like how you feel? Like, I'm tired, man. That's all he said.
He was still
We took a
big
picture.
in the photo.
It's still big and wearing a chain that
This dude's
is worth more than
his hands were like fucking. He looked like basketball player hands.
Yeah.
But he's
That dude-
he's less than 6 foot. He's like 5'10".
Nah, he's. I thought
He's
he-
not that big.
I
I'll
thought he
tell
was like
you.
6 foot on the
I
nose.
stood next to him. You can see the picture.
See, the
man,
thing
I
about
think-
50 Cent for me is like I just aged out of that. Where like that's not old school for me yet. Like, but it's not. I guess it was like when y'all were coming up, that was like it.
Yeah, like Get
Oh,
Rich or
bro.
Die Trying, when that dropped in 2003, we were sophomores in high school.
Oh shit!
And like that's
I
Dude,
guess
I'll
my
never-
version of that would be like. Young
I'll never
Thug.
know. We were because it dropped 03, so we were freshmen.
02 to 06, yeah.
Because I remember, I'll never forget this shit, man. Because so when I was a freshman in high school, I don't know if y'all had this, but we had like the gym outfit, the gym clothes they gave you as the school.
Hanover did
Actually,
not give you anything for free, dude.
Well, I mean, you gave it back. like,
but still,
but,
Yeah,
like,
you had, or else
those
you had to
would
pay
be gross.
$25 if you didn't turn them back in.
it was
Oh,
fucking. It was like the shorts with the drawstring and this shitty shirt, and they gave you two shirts and a pair of shorts that you had to wear for PE to dress out.
Yeah, go dress out.
Go dress out. But bro, I just remember when that album came out and like they sung. It was about 40 kids in the locker room, and we were all singing the song "Heat."
Oh my god.
And like, dude, all these guys like
My brother was playing that in the gym the other day.
yeah, and like, I mean, you had everybody from me, freshmen to seniors,
Yeah.
and everybody was just getting into it, all singing at the same time, pouring out into the hallway. You could hear it, dude. The coaches come in there like thinking there's a problem,
Yeah.
and it's just all us in there just going hard.
He cocking and dumping.
What
What
yeah,
really
dude.
means nothing.
what
It
are the
was-
songs? This is like the big song off that album, "Many Men."
Yeah,
Yeah.
many men like that dropout.
That's a heater. That's a
He-
banger.
I
Well,
was,
listening to
that was the hardest
in the
dropout.
club is the
Oh
biggest
yeah,
songs that
that's
had
the
in his life.
yeah.
well, yeah, that was the biggest song he ever had. But that he goes because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking
Fucking
breathing.
breathing.
What's the?
And that's how it ends.
Oh,
Yeah, because that was because the beat dropped out when that happened. And I remember Dylan Morris. If you ever hear this shit, this guy he was one of the best surfers. I think he was the best shortboarder at Asheville High School. But he fucking had, and this is Walkman days.
Mm.
And I'm sitting there in PE, and he brought the Walkman. And he's like, dude, listen to this shit. And I'd already heard it, but like he had that, and he was just the way he was so into it. And it was crazy. And I will say this in terms of going back to Kiss, going worldwide, and how like a movement can be so popular and outreaching.
Mhm.
When I got to Gardner Webb as a freshman in college, somebody from Finland, his name was Finu. But anyway, the only CD this man had that was American was Get Rich or Die Trying. Didn't even know what the fuck he was saying, but he put that shit on and he was doing that
yeah.
here. And like he was mumbling it. And I'm like, dude, you don't
That
even...
was like
I'm like, do you want me to tell you exactly what he's saying? And he's like, yes.
yeah.
Because like in Finland, he was older. Cause
that album was like the new generation of like gangster rap.
Yeah,
it was.
Because you had like the
yeah.
NWAs and all that shit, but then like this is like the new shit.
It
And,
reestablished the
the line that stuck out to me on that album was, "I'll get tired of looking for you. I'll spray your mama
I'm
crib and
craving
let
head
your
to
ass look for me." I
yeah.
was like, "Oh,
That was yeah.
fuck."
New gangster rap is just like doing
It's non-believable.
doing PPP loan fraud and selling Xanax.
yeah.
Man, it's not the same because like see at the time, so the way I feel about it all now, now it's just let me get real fucked up, like wear nice clothes, but you don't really have a goal. Like you're just rich because you get fucked up and you're around hot girls. But like in terms of G Unit or Dipset or all these classic,
Yeah, they all
hip-hop
wanted to
bands,
make money to do other things.
The goal was, you have your crew, you make it, you disperse the money, you figure out your lanes, and now you get to kick back. But it wasn't like, dude, like these guys, like what's his name that ate like 12 fucking Xannies and died. Who's his name?
Which one? Juice World?
Juice World, yeah.
Juice WRLD.
Like that dude is just like you got this guy like just complaining about like these girlfriends he had when he was 20 years old. And like was going psychotic. I mean, it's
it's
totally
also
not the
sucks.
same.
He almost like invented like a new genre, and it's like it's emo rap, right? Like if
Yeah.
Dan's watching right now, he's like the biggest emo rap fan. I know.
Yeah, bro. So like you got this shit, but back
Yeah,
then-
I can't stand it, but
It's
like
awful.
but I'm just saying in terms of back then, that rap was, hey man, don't be a pussy, go make fucking money and be who you say you are.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
you're lying, I'm gonna call you out and fuck you up. That's how it was. And now it's like, dude, you can say whatever
My
I
girl
can go.
dumped me. I'm about to eat 12 Xanax. Let's ride.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like it's just different now. So I would rather have somebody from back then, and the only person back then that's still prevalent is Lil Wayne.
yeah.
Well, yeah. I would say like the most influential rapper of my time, and y'all may not agree or y'all may not see it that way, is Young Thug. Influenced pretty much every rapper that's popular today
In terms of his style,
in terms of his style. How
Yeah.
he and a lot of people hate it, but like when I was a sophomore in high school, when Young Thug made like
The
Slime,
mumble
Slime
rap?
season 2, not really that, more like the auto tune, like kind of singing.
and
crooning.
It was sharp.
Yeah.
When he says things, it's
He changes flow a lot. Yeah,
You
it's
know, like,
very.
it's
That's
very-
it right there.
yeah.
That whatever that sound
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's very sharp. I will say that one of my
That
favorite.
dude's weird.
He's
Yeah.
very weird. But I mean, like, then again, you look at it like. So is Andre 3000. He's from
Yeah.
Atlanta. It
Yeah.
kind of not that this is the passing the torch, but like.
Andre 3000 could actually rap though.
Well,
Yeah,
Young
well,
Thug-
so, I mean, dude, most artists,
Young Thug. Yeah.
most artists are weird, and Young Thug is still like he's Thug. I'm pretty sure he's blood, and I'm pretty sure he had somebody's tour bus shot up. Like, I mean, there's all you can look that shit
You
up.
wear a
Yeah.
dress. It's
Like, he's
still-
not a joke.
He said, "I
He's
can
just-
still, I
he's
can
a
wear the dress
weirdo.
because I still had a Draco under it."
Exactly, he's just crazy. But I my favorite Young Thug song is him and Future Relationships. You
Oh,
know that
yeah.
song?
Yeah,
I
that's
got a
like later on.
relationship
Yeah,
with all my bitches, yeah. Yeah, but
the first. Yeah,
I like that combo. That was
Oh,
a great
yeah.
combo.
he brought up because like him and Future brought up like Lil Uzi Vert, who is huge now, and then like
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, who
DJ Drama brought up Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking about stylistically. Yeah, DJ Drama. He just put out the new album too
For
with
Tyler the
with
Creator.
Tyler the Creator.
It's fire.
It was very good. Yeah,
Very
I liked
good.
a lot. I don't even listen to rap like that anymore. Like in high school, listening to a lot of rap.
My
and,
brother turned me on to Tyler.
Yeah, I saw Tyler at Governor's Ball, 2019. I think it was
Yeah.
awesome. It was the first
He's
show
really
after he
good.
put the Igor album out. It was awesome. He wore the wig. It was weird.
Yeah, well, he's a
Got
weird
weird.
guy too, but like he
was
can
awesome.
rap though.
Yeah.
You know who else is kind of weird, but he's actually normal in real. Well, his music's weird. That Childish Gambino guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I-
because you shot Atlanta
Yeah,
with him.
I did it. I had like a day player role on Atlanta. So
Really?
I got. Oh yeah, dude. So we were on set. I played ping pong with him and all this because we were just waiting around.
Yeah.
Like, so all the main characters on
Donald
that
Glover.
show. Yeah, Donald Glover. So all the main characters on that show were in there chilling. We're in this like this old school house in the middle of Atlanta. It was almost like a frat house, but
Mhm.
you know, it wasn't.
Mhm.
And anyway, we're down there playing, and he was cool as shit, dude. We were talking about history. We were talking about all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And then you see his videos and his music, and it's like, you fucking made
It's
that?
out there.
You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
You know where he got his name from, right?
No.
Childish Gambino.
Uh-uh.
He just typed his Donald Glover into the Wu-Tang Clan name generator, and it shot out Childish Gambino, and that's
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
So give it
Fun facts for everybody.
give it a try. Yeah.
Oh shit. Anyway,
Mine was lame as fuck though when I put mine.
what
in.
was yours?
I think it was something specialist. I didn't like it.
Is that Wu-Tang name creator still around?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll have to hit that up.
We'll tell you guys next episode. But if you guys are going to the Widespread shows this weekend, send us some photos.
Please do.
I want to see. They opened it. Grand opening was July 4th. They had like local bands.
Mhm.
Word on the street is there's only about 4 women's stalls.
Nice.
Yeah, $35 million for that, and most of it is grass and concrete. So
Bring a bottle.
yeah, just go in the woods.
Whatever you got to do.
There's no woods. Moving on to sports.
Said it.
This past week we'll start off with the home run derby. My boy Pete Alonso made it look easy. Set the record for most home runs in a round with 35 in the first round. He was sending balls to fucking Beijing. It
That's
was unreal.
ridiculous, dude. 35.
And got done with the round. And the whole time hip hop is playing, and he's up there bouncing.
Yeah.
And he got done, and he was like, "Yeah, like all
What
good."
song was it? Do you know?
I didn't know exactly.
I
but
couldn't pick it up.
Every other fucking player, man, they'd finish the rounds and they would be gassed.
He was
And my man's just dancing. I'm like, it's a wrap. It is an absolute
Yeah,
wrap.
'cause
I
that's-
took him. I bet him before he was plus 500.
Mhm.
I took him before, and after that round, I was like, no one's beating him. Pow! Live bet it again.
What was the bet after he had smoked that first round?
Minus plus 200.
Still?
Yeah, because I mean, he had to go against another guy, and then the championship round.
Dude, that's fucked, though. Like,
But he was. I mean, it was a wrap. After that round one, I
Yeah.
said, it's over.
I mean, that's
and
just pure
Showtime
stamina.
after Shohei like just shit the bed. I remember watching it, being like, "It's red. Like this is Shohei Ohtani. Like he's gonna do it." And then just the first 13 seconds, it's like this dude has not hit one yet.
Okay, so here's my thing about that. A lot of people were on Shohei. He is the most exciting player in baseball. There's no doubt.
Face of baseball.
Okay? But this is the fucking home run derby.
Yep.
My man comes out the week prior and says, I don't take BP. I just go hit. I'm sorry. What the fuck is the home run derby?
Yeah.
It is BP.
Low grade.
I'm not touching him.
Low grade
I'm not
BP.
touching him, dude. I'm not. And he was plus 550. So was Joey Gallo, which a lot of people went with too.
Yeah.
So Pete repeats back to back. And that's pretty much the highlight of the Mets.
And then the American League won again.
8 wins in a row for the American League.
Fuck 'em.
Fucked up. Fuck 'em. I'm a Cubs fan, so full rebuild mode.
Yeah,
Totally-
hopefully-
totally
guys
wrecked.
You guys just traded Jock
Jock Pearson, yeah.
yeah,
He's
to
at the
the
Braves.
Braves.
It's just totally clean house, and it's sad because like I think a lot of the 2016 guys that everyone loves, like the names people go to see, are gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And honestly, if we were gonna do that, we should have done it earlier. But we just kind of hung around. Like Chris Bryant's probably gonna be gone.
So
Javi
Chris
Baez.
Bryant, I read. So you guys traded Jock Peterson to the Braves for
Yeah.
their top first baseman prospect,
Yeah.
who was going to be taking after Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
So that's going to be your new guy
Mhm.
at first base, and then you guys hopefully deal Chris Bryant to the Mets, which we would really appreciate that. That's what I read this morning.
Chris Bryant. I went to Wrigley with my buddy when we went to Chicago. Went to a game. Chris Bryant. This is my Chris Bryant story. Went. Had been drinking, and we got a bleacher ticket. Snuck our way into and then every inning we just kind of move closer and closer because like the good.
Well,
seats.
hold on.
Yeah.
Bleacher ticket. So at Wrigley is the difference because I've been to 2 games at Wrigley.
Yeah, the Budweiser bleachers.
Okay, so the bleachers in the stadium
They're
or
the
outs-
outfield, or not like on a building.
So we
They
got
were
bleacher
connected to the
seats
stadium.
on a building behind right
that's
field.
badass.
Yes.
That's what's cool about Wrigley. But we got into the bleacher. We just started every inning. We would just kind of finagle our way closer and closer until it was. We got right behind the dugout at the end of the game. Some local, they win. Some local Chicago broadcast lady comes out to start interviewing Chris Bryant, gives him some fucking card, and he's just it's like, my buddy Al's like, watch this, I got this. Give me a ball, let me get a ball. And Chris Bryant walks up, picks up the little net above the dugout, slides this card under. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's some Chicago steakhouse, $100 gift card for it. And I was like, Chris Bryant just gave me $100 to some what? So I went over to the lady who had been hooking me up with the old styles all game because I was leaving the next day. And I was like, here you go. Thanks.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant gave me this.
That's
We're
crazy.
tight.
That's crazy.
Me and KB go way back.
So an interviewer gave him a $100 gift card, and that he gave to you.
Yeah, that I gave to the lady who was working the beer cart.
That's
Well, she deserves it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she was a sweetheart. She
Yeah.
totally looked at my ID too. It was just like,
And then gave it to you anyway.
yeah.
See, she totally deserved it. That's
she
my
knew.
favorite.
I was like, yeah,
Dude, that reminds me. I remember this one time in CB, me and John were about to go to the north end, and these young cats walk in there. Or no, we were walking out. We had our beers in hand, and all of a sudden we hear this little, "Hey, Mister," little 12-year-old young bucks in middle school going, "Do you mind? Can you buy us a can of dip, sir?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, we can." What kind? No, fuck that. You only get one kind.
yeah,
What kind is that, Johnny?
Grizzly Wintergreen.
Long cut.
I think back then though,
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was saying. I started at Skullberry Pouches was the first
Yeah,
one.
but that was our Sandlot moment. We got to here you go, kids. Go
Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
up.
Big cheese.
Go on
Learn
now.
the hard way.
Yep. You go ahead, boys.
So that was baseball All-Star break. Play resumes tonight. Conor McGregor.
Connor. So apparently he had stress fractures.
He had stress fractures in his leg prior to the fight. He contacted UFC, the doctors, Dana White, the whole deal, and told him, they're like, well, look, this is up to you. You can proceed or you can back out. And he proceeded to snap his leg.
Yep.
Snapped his tibia.
And so now they're talking about supposed, fine suspensions for him and Dana White and all that shit from the.
For withholding the information.
But you know what, dude? I'm gonna say this right now. Yeah, all I heard since he lost that fight, he's washed up. He's this and that. He might be all that, and he might be a crazy son of a bitch. He might be an arrogant son of a bitch, but he's got a set of balls, man.
Mm.
You walk
Yeah.
in there knowing your shit is broken, it's fractured, and you're going in there with.
Go ahead.
You're most likely it's gonna break.
Mm.
You could see someone took a video and they slow-moed it, and it's the 10 seconds leading up to it breaking, and he throws a kick,
Yeah,
and when he hits him, you
the
can
dude
see
points
it.
at it.
You can see it flex, and you see him wince, and Dustin points,
Yeah,
and then
drops him, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's that's my thing. Dude, you're going in there. He didn't sit out there and tell the world, "Oh, my shit's broken beforehand." I don't want to go in there and scrap it out.
Like Coach K.
Oh,
damn!
shit.
I love it though. I love it. But anyway, I gotta say I wish it didn't go down like that, especially for my brother. My brother's a big fan, and we were all hyped about it. And then, the poor salt on the wound, fucking Tyson Fury got COVID, so now we gotta wait for fucking September for that. Which that's gonna be a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's not gonna be any stress fractures or nothing because they're not sparring like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, I'm glad that news came out because A, it gives me a little more faith in Connor. B, like, okay, yeah, man, like you didn't really win that fight. The dude came in there broken.
Yeah.
To me, it makes me in terms of losing my money, like I did.
Now, if that fight would have kept going,
He would have lost that fight.
yeah, I didn't see Connor winning it.
But again, he had to go in there, and if you think about this from a psychology level, he was sitting there kicking him with the broken leg.
Yeah, your game plan changes.
Well, no, he was kicking him with it to not let him know that it was fucking broken. Think about that.
Fuck that shit.
Because you can't let them know there's your weakness, because I'd go right for that fucking leg. You better believe it.
Yeah. There was another good fight that night, too. Greg Hardy, piece of shit ass.
Got
Fuck
fucking...
Got
Fuck
fucking
'em.
flattened.
Bro,
dude.
the way...
And then
the way,
my man chugged a beer out of a shoe.
Yeah, shoeies. I mean, this dude...
How'd
All
he
right, first off, the way he got caught, Greg Hardy,
Because Greg Hardy was coming at him. I thought
he was coming at him, and what's his name? He was from Australia.
Yeah, big dude. I forget.
This dude
Doesn't
backs
matter.
out a
Judah
little
fucked
bit.
up Greg Hardy.
He catches him with a left fucking hand right here, with the outside of the knuckles on the glove.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy's eye instantly swelled shut because it caught that little plastic piece on the end,
Yep.
and he was fucking out of here.
And then that
And it
next
was so
punch,
impressive.
dude,
Yeah,
just
the dude fucking
layered.
chugs a beer out of his fucking shoes, walking down there talking to all the fans, chugging beers out of their shoes. I mean, it was fucking insane.
He was all about it.
That
Which, like,
rocks.
Greg Hardy deserves to lose everything he does for the rest of his life.
I mean, yeah, but like, hey, man, you got to have somebody to hate, right?
that's true.
Like
Speaking of
DeChambeau.
losing, like who?
DeChambeau.
Oh, we'll get to that.
We'll get there.
The Euro final, England lost in penalties.
Fucking heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. The penalties were bad, but it shouldn't have even gotten there.
Nope.
The manager Southgate deserves all the blame. You score a goal in the second minute to go up 1-0 against the best team in the tournament, which Italy was the best team in the tournament.
Yeah.
You don't sit back like a bunch of bitches.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna score. You score that goal, you go for at least for the first. There's 43 minutes left in the half. Go for the kill. Get another, maybe a third, and like go for the fucking kill. They sat back, got scored on,
And this is what he's hitting on is my biggest beef with the English style of play. They all do that, man. They think they got it, and then they can sit back. But all you're really doing when you sit back is you're putting more pressure on your defense and your keeper. That's all the fuck you're doing.
Yep.
The more time you keep in their defensive third, not yours, okay, the odds are you're gonna get a goal yourself. Not keep them down there in your defensive third for 70 fucking minutes. The odds are they're gonna get one in eventually because that's fucking soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. Because that drives me nuts. Because that shit's spilling into America. Because when I coached this year, this team all the time they would score, the team I coached at Ashley, and they would try to hang back. I'm like, what are y'all doing? And like, we're protecting the lead. I'm like, no, you're fucking not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like our keeper has only played keeper for 2 years.
Mhm.
Like, you got one of you guys on the back line going to college to play. The rest of you are not. Like, you don't fucking do that. And the same applies to the pros. These are fucking pros.
No, it's true. And like, okay, so they dug the grave and then just let the man stand next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Straight
put him
up.
in it. You know, it's-
fucking look, man.
it was that shit was
You
frustrating.
have to go savage on that kind of shit. That's why, like, over here, like, dude, fuck a mercy rule. You bury them. The Vikings, when they conquer another clan, a family that hates them, they kill them all.
Yeah.
Women, children, all, because they're no longer a threat. And that's what I'm not saying in reality, but in your sports psychology, you have to play like that. Because that other person's just waiting for that one time you fucking slip.
Yeah,
and they're going to capitalize.
And there's one guy that I can name off the top of my head who plays like that, and his name's Tom Brady. And there's a fucking
that's
reason.
A fact. That's a
There's
fact.
a fucking reason that he's the best to ever do it.
Yeah. It's
Because
like
he gives
Alabama.
no fucks about you. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they
Nick
just
Saban.
pile it on. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck. dude.
70-0. Fuck you. That's like you check like the lines on Alabama.
Yeah,
playing,
enjoy the
like,
$500,000 we paid you
Yeah.
to come.
I'm
But
just saying, dude. That's how you got to roll when it's all on the line. That's how you got to go.
That's why I hate the unwritten rules of baseball. You know, like don't swing on a 3-0 pitch if you're up late. Fuck that. No, you're paid. You're a professional. You're paid a lot of money to hit piss missiles. I pay money to watch you hit the piss missile. Show me something I want to see. I don't give a fuck if you bury him because the pitcher's going to get upset.
that's why I'm a big fan of Fernando Tatis.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
Because
He's the
he's
future.
outspoken about fuck your rules.
The future is in
you.
good hands with baseball when you got guys like Tatis.
But dude, my thing is like, dude, on a 3-0 count, the pitcher wants to make a fucking strike.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the most hittable pitch you're gonna have.
Yeah, if you miss, guess what? You got 2 more chances.
Yeah, dude. And the first pitch. The only home run I hit in my life was on the first pitch.
Mhm.
Came right down the middle, line drive over. I was like,
How about that?
first inning, first pitch, pow.
So yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
The
Kirk
3
Kelly.
Lions. Sorry, I just wanted them to win so that Harry Kane got a trophy, so that we wouldn't have so much fucking turmoil.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was the best comically to have them lose. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming home the whole way, and then
Actually, it's coming to Rome.
Actually, it's not, dude.
So whatever.
tough scene.
Good
Italy deserved it.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
good for fucking Italy.
Yeah. Okay, Suns versus Bucks. Bucks tied it up.
Yeah. Yes, they did, but
2-2. Game 5's tomorrow night. Suns are favored. It's back in Phoenix, -5.
I'm still sticking with Suns.
Sorry,
-4.
-4.
Still looking Suns.
How many
win.
games? You think it goes all 7?
Yeah, I could definitely see it going on
I say
7.
Bucks and I watched Suns the whole playoffs. It was
Yeah.
either gonna be Suns in 4 or Bucks in 7.
Yeah.
I think Bucks in 7.
Fuck. I got a bet with the kid Robbie at work because I've been talking shit the whole time and he's been betting me the whole way. Man, I'll be honest, like I've been winning, so fuck him. So I'm staying with Suns, and I've called it on this program. So
Whoever wins tonight wins the series.
Ooh,
I like that. I like that.
Or tomorrow night. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoever wins tomorrow night is going to win the series.
Well, what's this deal about Chris Paul's got like vertigo, or it's just because he sucked last game?
So bad.
And
Yeah, well, vertigo sucks. I don't know if you've ever had it.
No, okay.
I've had it, and it's the fucking worst, man.
how does it? I
So
don't
it's
even
like-
know what it is.
So basically,
you-
imagine yourself doing the dizzy bat,
yeah.
and so it's not as extreme as that, but you add a touch of hangover to it.
Oh, like
And so when you move, like you're kind of spinning, but you're not. But you don't feel balanced. You're not like nothing. You feel drunk almost.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My uncle has it. And
Okay. It just hits
he
you
used-
randomly in
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. So-
episodes,
yep.
or
Because I remember.
he's a phenomenal painter, like interior
Yeah.
paint, right? But now he cannot get on a ladder more than 6 foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because if he
shit.
gets any
So is
higher
this
than
a
that, it
lifetime
sets in.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty tough.
Yeah. And it's a random thing, and I don't even know what causes it. I've had it like 3 or 4 times, and sometimes they last longer than others. Sometimes it's like 2 or 3 days. You know, sometimes it's 1 day, week.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like whoever wins tomorrow night's going to take it home.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's to be fair, like each team has only won at home, so
Right.
we'll see.
We'll see.
What else we got?
The Gold Cup, which is a North American tournament, soccer tournament. USA played last night. They beat some country named Martinique. I didn't even know it was a country.
It's in the Caribbean.
Probably. Beat them 6-1. Beat the absolute shit out. It was really fun to watch. And it's our B team too, which is even cooler.
Fuck yeah.
They play Sunday 5 p.m. against Canada in the quarterfinals. If anyone wants to check that out, USA's favored.
We're taking it. We're
As
taking that one.
The PGA.
Last but not least,
The
rounding this
PGA is going on right now. Brian Harmon was in second place yesterday. Today, not the same story.
No, he's falling off right now. Currently, we have Louis Oosthuizen in first place, which I got him in my DraftKings lineup. I'm rooting for Louis because he just lost the U.S. Open, if y'all followed that. Old Louis. And interestingly enough, the only major he's ever won was the British Open. And that was 10 or 11 years ago. So, just saying. So anyway, if y'all want to root for me, old Jimmy out here, on my DraftKings lineup, I have Louis Oosthuizen, Paul Casey, Scotty Scheffler, Justin Rose, Tommy Fleetwood, and Joaquin Neiman.
Are you in the money?
Yeah. So I'm in a contest to win.
I was about to say, that's a lot of points.
I'm in the contest to win 50 grand. Okay, I'm in 316th place. I have 295 points. The leader has 348. That's all subject to change. I just told you 35.
Okay.
So
What
we'll
was
see.
the buy-in?
$10. So if I top a 50K this weekend, we might have to do another episode on Sunday. Blackout.
Yeah. Another thing from that, though, the man that we all hate, Bryson DeChambeau, came out yesterday and said his driver stinks.
Fuck that dude. And
Yeah.
his hat. Like I've had enough. Like I think the people have had enough of Bryson DeChambeau. Even though we love to hate him,
We all look, dude. That was gonna be my point, dude. You gotta have him. You gotta have
we
Bryson,
need him. He's like the shooter McGavin.
dude, for sure.
Well, when he comes out and says the Cobra sucks,
And tell him,
right? And then they interview a spokesman yesterday. I mean, within an hour after, and he's like, "Listen, I don't know why. What he just said is so stupid." He goes, "We have R&D guys right now working, researching to design his clubs. These are his clubs that he chooses." And he's like, "I'm sorry, the harder you swing,
Yeah.
and the lower loft you have,
So like 5 degrees.
yeah. So the lower the loft and the harder the swing speed,
Mhm.
the more difficult it is to find the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And he's like, so maybe he should think about something with his swing.
Yeah. Bad carpenter.
I
blames
mean,
his hammer.
listen, I'm here to tell you right now, no chance he's swinging a Cobra after this weekend.
But fuck, I'd drop his ass too.
I would drop his ass.
Get
so
the
quick.
fuck out of here.
Just trashing him.
Fuck 'em.
And then Brooks today, great round. Love my driver.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
Brooks, he's constantly gonna rub it in. I think that's great for
Constantly.
golf.
The
We've
people's
talked about
champ.
He is the people's champ. But before we go, our guy Young John here has a lock of the decade.
Attention rounders, this is important. I'm coming to you. I come to you with a silver platter lock. This is a make it or break it year for Derek Carr as well as the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders over 6.5 wins this season, 17-game season. That is a lock. That is a lock of a decade, perhaps century. The word is still out. I will reimburse you fully if you take that bet and it does not hit because I am so faithful in it. And you could come find me. So yeah,
Do you know that spread right now?
No, it's
I
not
think
spread.
Or not
over-
spread? That's what I meant.
Oh, the odds.
It's like minus 130. So it's. I mean,
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
you can. And also if it doesn't hit, I will be making my way to Honduras for some time. I will be going off the grid. So
So he'll reimburse you, and then he's fucking out of here.
sure, yeah.
Okay, but you said before here you're like one of the biggest Derek Carr fans.
I am a Derek. I'm tired of the Derek Carr slander. Okay,
Mm.
you know you have to understand the Raiders last season. I'm a huge Raiders fan. To have a defense that historically bad and to still go 8-8 and to still have games come that close. I mean, you got to be the best show on turf. Derek Carr is that man. He is. He is that man.
Did you like the what the fuck is that show?
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Dude, I watched that later after it came out because I don't have HBO, so I had to bootleg it. But
Mm-hmm.
it just made me hate Antonio Brown with like fiery, burning passion.
Yeah.
I don't really. I can't even make an opinion on Gruden just because like he's here to stay
Yeah.
and he's probably the most influential person in the organization.
Didn't he
now.
sign a 10-year contract?
yeah.
The
Hey,
So like,
he's got a Super Bowl.
okay, great man, that's dope.
Hey, dog, he signed.
Yeah, he called our play. He called our plays against us in the Super Bowl. We're the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Well.
that's dope, man. You got a Super Bowl. So does
Hold up. The Buccaneers beat the Raiders?
Yes, he was calling our play.
Hey, bro.
Raiders like tortured. And when it comes to torture,
Well, what if he comes full circle, beats Tom this year?
holy shit.
Yeah, I'll just blow
Ho-
your fucking mind.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because the Buccaneers are going back.
They're going back. That's a
You
fact.
going back?
First team in history to re-sign every player after a Super Bowl win.
But you got to look at the Raiders' history, though. We're due. I mean, the mediocrity stretch of about like 8 years. You got Jamarcus Russell, the Tuck rule, losing in the Super Bowl. So much.
Yeah.
Like, we're due. Please.
Yeah.
Got to play Patrick Mahomes twice a year. Almost beat him twice.
Yeah.
Beat him once.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if we
Derek
don't,
Carr does have games where it's just like he's a great fantasy quarterback.
he's
Dude,
excellent fantasy.
I like watching him as a player, man. The dude gets fired up.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's like, as far as like his character though, he's definitely like a clown. Like it's funny to watch him.
Yeah,
Like,
but
he gets fired up. He's
Like,
like,
yeah, you could be a dork, but I still like Tom Brady's
Yeah.
a dork.
Yeah.
But he gets fucking pissed off out there.
yeah.
How do you think his older brother feels?
David?
Yeah.
Dude,
Knowing
I
that
don't know,
like
guy
his little
sucks.
brother's just light years better than him.
I wouldn't give
know.
a shit.
Dude, the
Like,
thing
fill my
is,
account.
we're gonna wait for the Devontae Adams, Derek Carr reunion when they get together. It's coming home, and by home I mean Las Vegas,
Wait a
the
minute.
home of football.
Derek Carr and Devontae Adams.
Yeah, went to school together.
Okay.
They're gonna be reunited. Devontae Adams said he wants to play with that Derek Carr.
When are you gonna sign him? When
eventually.
Aaron Rodgers leaves?
Dude, Aaron Rodgers has been gone. He's retiring. CBS is going to pay him more than any other team to go host Jeopardy.
Yeah.
You think so?
No, but that would be really funny.
They did offer They offered.
If you
for
could give
to
him
be
the
host.
Supermax.
He was well.
He
I would
was
say
a
he was
great
great
host.
at it.
I mean, dude,
You know who I
he
thought
did
has been the
okay.
best one so far?
Who?
The executive producer of Jeopardy.
I didn't see
I
him.
don't know.
Or
He
her.
was the first guy to do it.
Okay.
He was great.
I thought that former champion didn't do that bad.
Ken Jennings.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like, but the thing is he's testy. He's been canceled. You know, there's like,
Who? Ken?
yeah. Apparently, so,
Ooh.
I don't really know because I don't really care. But
Yeah.
I don't think they'll keep him around just because it wouldn't appease the audiences because he's like, Enemy of the people.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think most people that watch Jeopardy even have Twitter and any of that shit. So
I would.
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah,
but just saying.
James Housheiser, the sports bettor.
I don't know.
That guy's a fucking legend.
He's a legend, but he's too. I feel like he's a little too Asperger's to be hosting.
No,
Jeopardy.
he definitely. No, he's not. Yes, you're completely.
He would never
little
want to
too
do
bird.
it anyway.
He's 100%. You're 100% correct with that. But I think he lost on purpose just to get the fuck out. He's like, I can make more money.
Yeah, he's like, I made 1.3 million. I'm over it.
I'm done here.
See, I've been in talks with him about this bet.
Yeah.
Like, he's a handicapper. He knows.
Yeah. Well, Young John, we definitely have appreciated having you on, bro.
It's been awesome to be here.
Yeah, man.
Lock of the decade.
Lock of the decade.
Raiders wins over 6.5 total wins.
Yeah. If not,
go find him at the Hammock shop.
if not, buena noches. Adios.
Yeah, I heard that.
And with that,
We good?
we're out.
Peace.